Nation, we are back for round two from Westy's Garden Lanes at the Syc Idaho event. I'm Blair Blumenscheid. Let's see if I can know my own name, and I'm joined by Coach Mike Jasnow, world-renowned coach, silver certified, coaches tons of players around the world, and now he's joining us to commentate the action on the medium pattern at the Syc in Idaho.
That's right. We're here in Boise. It's kind of a hot day today, and it's a little bit warm in the bowling center this afternoon.
It is a little warm. Hey, Mike, can you move your microphone up? There you go. Perfect.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
I think we're going to be able to hear you a little better now. Yeah. Yeah, so the practice session just wrapped up. This is the medium pattern. They tackled the short pattern earlier today. And now we did have Leanne is on the microphone announcing right now. We did have a lane breakdown in the break. So there is a pair that will not be in use this afternoon. So why don't you walk through the medium pattern while the bowlers are waiting to get started.
All right, the medium pattern today is 41 feet. The volume is, where's the volume on here? 26.4 mils. The ratios outside is 4.4 to 1. The middles are still kind of flat. I do think we'll see a little bit higher scoring pace on this pattern than this morning's short pattern. The short pattern this morning, especially in the center, plays pretty tough. So I think we'll see a little bit more.
Take that and move that over. Sorry,
more
Jazz.
striking.
Yeah.
The fresh is still going to be kind of touchy, I think.
Sure. Yeah.
But I think the kids will have a little bit more room for error on this than they had this morning.
That is good to know, because I think I was talking to some bowlers after, and they said that it was really tricky, and having the right angle was incredibly important. So some of them were trying to make up some pins this afternoon.
That's right.
All right, so let's walk through some of the players that we're going to be watching. I'm going to turn it over to a bigger screen of the bowlers, so you get to see them in action. This pair that we're watching has Brent Pergan. Oh my, how do you think you would pronounce that?
I would give that one to Leanne to announce.
Okay, Brent Perganan. I'm gonna go with Perganan.
Yes.
Okay, Lucas Neiswanger, Landon Piet, Kenji London, London, Riley McGee, and Aiden Piet.
And we have one extra bowler on this pair because of that breakdown. We have Colin Borgaro.
Okay, all right.
Borgaro. And I actually know Colin. I worked with him up in Northern Idaho before.
Perfect. Well, I'm glad that's a good clutch move right there, Jess. And here's a fun fact about Aiden and Landon. And Aiden just picked up the medal, silver medal, I believe, from round one. We just did a awards presentation for everybody.
Yeah.
And Aiden picked up a medal. And Aiden and Landon are both sharing a birthday tomorrow. They are 1 year apart, but they have the same birthday.
Nice. Well, happy birthday, guys.
Yeah.
And we'll see a couple plans of attack here, especially early in the going. I see Aiden. It looks like he's throwing maybe a pitch black or some urethane out. We'll see how this plays out.
I like it. What ball would you suggest starting with on this pattern?
It really depends on the individual bowler, I think, and how they like to attack the lane.
It was a trick question.
Yeah. Kind of what their eye likes to see, what kind of shape they like to see on the lane, and just where they're more comfortable.
Yeah, so we're watching U18 boys, so I'll start with those young men from this morning. The round one medalists in the U18 boys were Dimitri Richardson. He was plus 63.
And I think we have him on 11 and 12 next to us.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, you will get to see Dimitri. He is the third bowler on 12. Aiden Piet was second, plus 61. And Connor Anderson was third, past SYC champion Matt Karen just was right off the medal stand.
And we have just off the middle stand too, Mac Reese. Is that no? It's
Manny.
Manny. Okay,
Yeah, that's Matt Karen.
got it.
And then Manny Farrell was right there
Oh
too.
yeah, Utah
Manny
bowler.
from Utah. Yeah. So. Yeah, Matt Grease. I was actually talking to him. He struggled a little bit this morning.
Yeah, and he's on. He's going to be up on lane 12 right now. And actually, I work with Mac up in Spokane when
He's
I'm
a
up in
great
that
young
area.
man.
He is. Yep.
So I'll run through some other scores while we're watching these boys kind of get warmed up, and maybe you can watch and see where they're playing. U18 girls, Caitlin Abagania got the gold medal. Sapphire Nofuente got the silver, and Piper Chalmers got the bronze. In the U15 girls, Lindsey Green got the gold medal. Brylan Harrison got the silver, and Sophia Best got the bronze. Brianna Archibald is just fourth. Now she is a hometown favorite. So.
Yes, she is.
U15 boys, Duhan Kwan just moved up to the U15 boys and is wasting no time. He picked up a gold medal.
He bowled great.
Yes, he did. Ernesto Reynoso, who shot, I think, 270 the last game or 268.
Yeah.
He got the silver medal. Joss Weems got the bronze. And then our U12 division is mixed. And we have Trevor Mason picking up the gold, Jake Sale picking up the second, and Kaliana Larson picking up the bronze.
Nice. Beating
up on those boys. So that's our rundown from the short this morning.
And where can people find those standings, Claire?
Bowlmetrics.com. You also can find the lane patterns there. He puts them.
Excellent.
They're linked there, and we do Bowlmetrics. Bowlmetrics is our official scorer of the SYC.
Cool.
You can see the logo right off to the right, and they're great. Ted Fossum's great, and if you're a tournament organizer, I don't know if you've collected any scores today, but it is so easy. You just scan a QR code and put it in. So they make it pretty easy. All right, what do you see, Jazz?
Well, that was just a nice carry shot on lane 13, a little bit high. Had some kind of messenger, don't know what pin that was, came over and knocked out the 6 pin.
Nice. We like messengers.
Yeah.
I do have a bio for Landon Piet, who is stepping up on lane 14. Mr. Landon is from Meridian, Idaho. Home bowling center, KT Lanes.
Nice.
Favorite pro bowler is KT Simpson.
No surprise.
And Landon has started to work at Wayne's World Pro Shop, which Wayne's World, they have one in Emmett, but they also have one now in Westy's.
Correct.
And he's been learning to drill bowling balls. And he was helping Wayne yesterday when the youth bowlers picked up their Novas. He was actually drilling some of them in there, which was pretty awesome.
Good job.
And he would love to say hi to Terry and Wayne Simpson, who are, I'm sure, cheering on Landon.
Yep.
I'm looking up to see who else filled out their bios. This is always a test. It's like in school.
What percent fill out the bios, Blair?
U12 is usually 95%. U15 is usually about 60 to 70. U18 is 15%.
Oh, jeez.
U18 boys. The girls are a little better, but U18 boys, I get like 1 out of 6. But I could be wrong. I'm doing some searching right now. Oh, we got one for Brent, who is up on lane 13.
Let's hear it.
Brent is 15 years old. He's from Claremont, California. His favorite pro bowler is Bill the Real Deal O'Neill.
Wow.
He loves making new friends when he attends tournaments. He won the 2022 California doubles event. He's the champion.
Nice job by him there, too.
And this is his first SYC, and he would love to say hi to Coach Mark Baker, Coach Gary Phillip, Jeff Hemner of the JBT, Joe Staton, Tony and Mame Boy, and Garrett Pergonot. He's got lots of shout-outs. I like it.
Yes, he does. That's nice.
Way to cover your bases, Brian.
Now, even though I said this pattern should be higher scoring, that does not mean it's easy, by the way. That's a nice pickup there on lane 15.
Yeah,
Super
I like Brent.
washout.
I like Kenji's jersey. It's
that's
making
cool.
me hungry for sushi.
Ah. Bad break there. A little bit light. Could have left something easier than that.
We have a question from Joe Rogers. So, Joe, our live stream area is actually stationed in the middle of this. Well, it's not even the middle. It's on 13 and 14. And the way that we do this is we leave it in one place so that bowlers move throughout the center, and everybody will get to be on the live stream at some point throughout the weekend. It's really difficult to bring more cameras, and it's a lot of.
There's a lot of people in this building.
Yeah, it would be pretty tricky. Tomorrow I might set up I might have a different setup tomorrow, but right now we just have this one stationary camera, and bowlers will come through. Everyone will get their moment on the live stream booth. I know it's important for everyone to be able to watch their bowler.
Yeah. And
I
on
get
lane
it.
12 right now is Mac Reese. We talked about him. Hillary just, our friend Hillary in the chat said Mac's a great kid. You're right, he is.
Alex is a great kid too, Hillary.
Yes. And let's root for Mac on this shot. He started out nicely this game. Double, 8 spare.
Nice. That was a great
There's another
shot.
nice shot there. Let's hope he has a good block this time.
Just for the record, when Riley comes up, I'm putting up my strike alert.
Okay.
My strike alert brought to you by Blake and Adam. I was getting some puppy therapy on the break.
Nice. Puppy therapy is always good. You know, it's so cool because just to see, even after the last block, the dogs are in the pro shop. A lot of the kids are just in there petting on the dogs, and the dogs are loving it. And it's just so comforting to have a dog around.
I know. Leanne was walking past, and she was telling me something about the tournament that I was supposed to be listening to, and I was petting Adam, and she looked at me and she goes, "You are not listening to me." And I'm like, "I'm listening." She's like, "I could have told you anything." I'm like, "And I would have said yes to anything." I was like, "This was your moment." I was completely content. All right, let's see Mr. Landon.
All right.
Spare?
That's a good spare because he started off with a rough start, kind of got her first ball, 9 count. Then he made a good shot, left the 10th, and missed it. And he did the right thing. He didn't let that bother him. He came back, left the 10th, and picked that next one up.
Yeah, the tricky thing about the S5C and any tournament like a Junior Gold where they're bowling on a different pattern in the morning. I mean, you know this. Like, your swing can get a little messed up in the morning. So that first couple shots in practice is so important in the afternoon because they were bowling on a pretty difficult pattern this morning.
That was a great shot there by Colin right in front of us on lane 13 for ring 10.
Bummer. That would make me mad.
Well,
but they're handling it.
You got to work on your mental game then, Blair.
Oh, you've worked with me. You know I do. There's no surprise there.
And yeah, it is aggravating when you make a good shot and you don't carry, but the focus should always just be on the quality of shot and let the result take care of itself. The best chance of striking is making a good quality shot.
Did you all hear that? That's good coaching advice right there. Free to you.
Doesn't mean you're always going to strike, by the way.
That is true.
Unfortunately. But he did the right thing, picked that spare up.
Has anyone ever come up to you and gone, can you give me a lesson to make me strike all the time?
Yeah, and I tell them it's not possible to strike every time. I don't know of anybody that averages 300.
Man.
Even Belmo. Believe it or not.
That was my strategy for the next lesson I take from you.
Oh, that's a nice shot there.
That was. All right, Riley's up. That means strike alert. Brought to you by Blake and Adam.
All right.
They just make me so happy.
How can you not like that little picture of the dogs in the bottom
right?
They
I'm
look
telling
so cute.
you. It's
Let's
awesome.
see if it works.
And
it doesn't.
Yeah, I jinxed him. Blake and Adam are gone. Sorry, Riley.
All right, there, lane 12. Good game going with Devin. Kind of pulled that one. This has been left on a 3-bagger. I'll tell you what, whenever you leave the 1-3 anything as a right-hander, that is not an easy spare, especially on some of these tougher patterns.
True that. I'm trying to go through our pictures from this morning. and get the award pictures added for all the families. Jazz, your eyes are closed in one. Said your eyes are closed in one.
Oh, jeez. You should have taken one more then.
Well, the other one, Liz's eyes are closed. So I don't think I can win. Anyway, all
I
right.
can blame it on the flash, but there was no flash.
There was no flash. That was a great shot by Landon.
That was a good shot. Good shot by Mac over there on lane 11 for 4-pin. That looked like a nice shot on lane 12 for a nice strike for Colin.
Was a nice
For
strike.
a double.
Oh, wait. I could do a strike alert. Strike alert for Colin. But then I screwed up Aiden, so strike alert gone. Blake and Adam, you are not working this afternoon. It's early, though.
It is.
Dimitri Richardson, we said earlier, he made the medal stand. He also had the front 8 or 9, I heard this morning.
Excuse me. There was, I believe Leanne said he had the front 9 one game, left the pocket 7-10 and the 10.
Oh, bummer.
But I'll tell you what, 260 something on a tough pattern is a great game.
I like it.
Just shoot there on lane 12, a little bit light for a 2-8.
Have you ever asked, since Hillary's listening, have you ever asked Alex Crowley about pocket 7-10s?
I don't know that I specifically have.
You should ask him.
Okay.
I have a napkin hanging in my desk that he signed. You should ask him.
Okay.
Actually, if you want to ask him and Brady at the same moment, it will turn into a debate.
Okay. I can't wait. Great shot there by Kenji there. Lane 14, 10 back. Well, I can see Mac Reese has a lot of fans here in the chat. Somebody else said, what a great kid.
I like it.
So
I like
obviously he is a great kid. And I would
think
attest
he's
to
a
that
great
too.
kid too. He came up and was
Yeah.
he actually here's my story about Mac today for you Mac Reese fans. He came up to me before the medal award ceremony for the short pattern, and he was so excited that Ernesto Reynoso got a medal, and he was just telling me how excited he was for Ernesto.
Yeah.
And then he brought Ernesto over, and we were talking to him. Like that's
nice.
what Mac is all about. He's not all about himself. He's about others.
Yeah. And I watched that last game for Ernesto. I don't think it was on the live stream, but it was awesome. He threw like the last 6 or 7 strikes to nab a medal.
Yeah,
it was
awesome. So someone is raising Mac correctly. That's
and his dad is here with him.
Yes.
We'll give him part of the credit. And Mac is
Only
up.
part.
Speaking of Mac, he's on lane 12 right now. Working on a spare, has a clean game with a double.
Oh, that's what I was going to make. Liz and I were talking about, we were going to do a clean game alert too, but I don't know who that's sponsored. Maybe that would be sponsored by Liz Johnson because she gets a lot of clean games.
She does. A little bit light on that one. And I'll tell you, we would probably see less clean games than a strike alert.
Oh, yeah, totally.
These lanes are kind of hard.
Well, we were going to do a spare alert. I think I'm going to for the next SYC. I don't think I can pull it off for this weekend, but I'm going to do a ton of alerts. Like the spare alert brought to you by a player. I don't know which player.
Is that just because you want to jinx people more?
Well, I already cloud people, so I'm just going to I'm going to own the clouding, but I'm going to put it on a player. I'll own it.
At least with a strike alert, we have 2 cute dogs to look at.
That's true. I'm going to keep that. But how funny would it be if I put up like a strike alert brought to you by Jason Belmonte?
That would be cool.
I think I'm going to do it. What do you think, Chad? Do you think I should do that?
I think it sounds good. Oh, nice shot there. Fast 8.
So I have a question for you, Coach Jazz.
Okay.
We see a lot of two-handed bowlers, but we're starting to see a lot of styles of two-handed bowling too. Do you see that when you're coaching?
Yeah.
Like
Caso is one-handed. Not everybody does it the same. There are certain positions that certain people get in that are effective more than others, and but you can kind of get your own way to some degree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is there, with one-handed bowlers, timing you're working on a lot. There's probably some kind of a quick list of things that usually you're working on with a lot of players. Are they the same for two-handed bowlers, or are they different?
Yeah, because timing is important in both. The timing is different for one-handed compared to two-handed, and depending on your style. But that's where working with a good coach and using video so you can actually see what you're doing is very helpful. If the timing is off, and that's the relationship upper body, lower body, it makes it more difficult to be consistent.
Okay.
But then you got to find out like what's throwing the timing off. You have to correct what's causing what you don't like. You can't just correct what you don't like. Another good shot there by Colin.
Really good
Fortunately,
shot.
9 count, not a strike.
Yeah.
Chop spare. We saw a lot of that this morning with that short pattern especially.
Yeah. Balls really started hooking.
Yeah.
Nice spare by Mr. Lucas. Can I look at the pattern for a second?
Sure.
All right. And I'll put it up for our friends at home too, just so they can take another look. So would you play it?
Right.
You would suggest playing more to the outside a little bit on this pattern?
A little bit, but it depends on your style again.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Because they could be playing inside. It's still lighter volume. There's only 26 mils. Did you talk about that?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a medium pattern that does have some friction on it. Nice shot there, right in front of us for Landon.
Good job, Landon. I like that Landon's learning more about the industry.
Yep.
Like learning how to drill. I really love when kids either learn how to coach, so then they give back after their youth programs and kind of coach the younger kids, or any way to give back. I love that.
Even just working at a bowling center, you get some more free practice. At the lanes more is always going to help.
That's what I did when I was a kid. That was how I got my free practice, was I worked there.
Yeah.
Started working there when I was 16.
That is a pretty cool shirt right in front of us there, I have to say.
I love it. I'm a sushi fan. Although it's more sashimi than sushi.
And even on this longer medium pattern compared to the short, if you miss in, there's a lot of hook left for the right-handers.
Yeah, there is.
Or to the right for the left-handers.
I like Riley's shirt, too. This one is really neat.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a dream catcher.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can really make it out in the video, but...
Nice shot.
Trip 4.
Oh, trip that 4.
That's another alert I need. Trip 4 alert.
Yeah.
That should be brought to you by Chris Prather, because he's always tripping 4 pins. This is going to be a whole thing.
Here's Dimitri up on lane 12. This is what he's doing there.
Oh, another trip 4. Oh,
trip 2.
Was that a trip 2? I looked so quick.
Kind of gave it the gas a little hard and trip to 2.
Nice. Take those.
Keep the clean game going. Beautiful. Right in front of us there.
I'm going to bring up the
nice,
strike alert for Aiden. Good job, Aiden. Now, Aiden and Landon, they are from where the dudes are from. So it's appropriate.
Lanes.
It's appropriate that the strike alert would be brought to you by the dudes.
Yep. Nice shot there by Nathan there on lane 12 too. We are seeing a few more strikes of the first game than we did this morning on the short, that's for sure.
Yes. Yeah, it was a little bit of a struggle the first game, for sure. But if you look at the scores, too, I know I only read the U18 boys, but I don't think many players were plus this morning.
And I think this morning, part of the factor was we do have a lot of first-time SYC bowlers this tournament.
100%, yeah.
So that's kind of a welcome to the SYC is, okay, you're going to start off your first SYC, which can be a little bit intimidating.
Yeah.
Somebody just picked up something spectacular.
I think it was Brody, and Brody had a big split pickup on live stream earlier.
It's not on camera, but there was a big roar from the crowd over there.
So here's an example. U18 girls, Caitlin Abagania was plus 43. Okay, we know Caitlin Abagania is an exceptional player. Sapphire Nofuente, who is an SYC champion and bowls on very tough patterns often, she earned the silver medal, but she was minus 37.
Yeah.
So she was not plus this morning. So
that shows you the toughness of that pattern.
Right. And that's something to remember, too. You know, when you're going into a big tournament and maybe you are new to tournament bowling or new to patterns, do not panic when things are not going great and try to look around at the other scores, because if you're trying to bowl all 200s on a tournament where
nobody's averaging over that,
yeah,
you're going to be disappointed.
Exactly. You're going to be disappointed and you're going to cause more stress for yourself.
Yep. Yep.
So you have to figure out what the par is and be within it. U15 girls is the same. Lindsay shot plus 50, but our silver medalist shot minus 91. So,
yep.
And you know, a fun fact, and I think you were watching the morning boat when we found this out after junior gold. The champion of the U20 girls division, she was watching the morning boat one day, and she came on, and we were talking about how bowlers had low games in junior gold. Like the winners or the advancers, they may have had a 120, a 150, whatever, and they recovered. They didn't let it just deter them. And the U20 girls champion came in and said, "Yeah, I had a 118 game early on in my tournament."
Yeah.
And that's a perfect example. Like if you have
we talked about that yesterday in our little seminar.
Right. Yeah.
It's okay to make a bad shot. It's okay to have a bad game. The important part is how you react to that. How do you come back? You have to let it go and come back strong. Nice shot there by Aiden.
It's just not going to be perfect every game.
Correct. Even like Aiden, who just threw that nice double.
Which is a strike alert.
6th and 7th frame. He started out 4 spares open. Came back with a double.
Yeah.
That's what we want.
Exactly. Blake and Adam brought you that strike alert for Aiden. And we're back. Looks like we might have either a sweep or something that they're taking care of.
Let's look at lane 11 here on the left. It's Mac Reese. I know he's in just off camera, but he has a nice game going. Early double. Stay clean. He's on a double here. This could be a big one for him, setting it up in the 10th for a nice strike here in the 9th. All right, look at that pin action. Excellent shot.
That's a turkey. Strike alert.
Do we have a picture of turkeys?
Oh, I could do that. We need to staff a turkey. I'm just kidding. I don't think there are any turkeys that bowl. If someone finds a bowling turkey, I give up.
Exactly.
I'm done.
Oh, looks like it's lane 13 is back up and running.
Devin pulled that shot a little bit, but he got away with it. On lane 12, he got his fair.
Yep.
It was a nearly clean game. He has one open.
Landon here on lane 13 going for a double. Looks like a pretty good shot.
Trip 4.
4-pin. Trip again. 4. I think he tripped a 4-pin earlier, too.
I think you did, too.
Good job there.
He landed, I'd make a little move. Wouldn't you?
If it was a good shot, yes.
Oh, good point. Yeah. It looks good. It looked good.
It looked pretty good, yeah. I agree. Another quick tip for you guys out there: if you throw a shot you don't strike, you have to be honest with yourself. Was that a good shot or a bad shot? We don't want to make moves off of bad shots because then you can kind of get lost on the lanes.
100%. It's a very good point. I believe that KT Simpson is about to clear Deadwind on lane 16. You're going to see her go down the lane.
There she is, one of the owners of the Doodles.
Yes, she is a owner of the Doodles. She's a past Team USA member.
Great bowler.
Had a awesome youth career. Came from Idaho. And now she is working for a living, but also giving back to youth bowlers in the area and helping her dad and mom in the pro shops and the lanes, KT lanes in Emmett, Idaho. So she's also volunteering and helping us keep score this weekend. Excellent. So we appreciate KT.
A rough break there for Dimitri. Had a clean game going. Unfortunately, big 4 in the 9th. He can still punch out for 192 though.
I feel like that's a good game. I see a couple of strings of strikes, but not many.
Right. Got Colin Bagaro up here. Nice shot. Have a quitter 10 there. I know he's been working a bunch on the spare game. Hopefully I don't jinx him here, but I have worked with him a couple times up in Post Falls, Idaho at River City Lane, so shout out to them if anybody's up there watching. I'll be back there in November. But Colin's kind of dedicated himself to be a better spare shooter.
That's awesome.
And as you bowl on tougher patterns, they become more and more of a benefit to be a good spare shooter.
Yeah, I think we often talk. That was a great spare cover.
All right, good. I didn't jinx him.
We often talk about when you look at the final standings. In SYCs, it could be within 10 pins, place to place.
Right.
You could be within 10 pins out of scholarship money.
Right.
At Junior Gold, it's even more significant. Have you ever looked at the standings for Junior Gold?
Oh, they're all bunched up.
Pins.
I know.
Like pins apart. You're tied for positions.
Yeah.
So it is just, it's unbelievable. So spares are huge.
Especially like a tournament like this, 15 games, you can look back and find a lot of pins that you could have gotten that you didn't. And
yeah.
That's a good way to kind of analyze and direct your practice sessions. If you have a lot of opens, you should work more in your spare game.
Yeah, and Liz and I were even talking in the booth earlier because I liked the question that one of the parents had asked you yesterday, whether you should go for count or go for split. I thought that was a great question.
Yeah.
I'd never really heard anyone ask that in a seminar. And I thought your answers were great. Like, it is dependent on the situation. But we were watching earlier, there was a young man on the live stream. Liz was in the booth. He went for the split, which we both agreed we would have done the same because he was on an open.
Yep.
But he didn't get any. And it was game one. And so it's like, she's like, he might look back. And if he did that every game,
right,
2, 4, 6 pins there. So, I mean, it's.
So Mac Reese, lane 12, just threw a nice shot for a 4-bagger. He's got 247 in the wood of game one.
We're putting up our strike alert. That deserves a Blake and Adam strike alert.
They would be barking for that one.
Blake certainly would.
Let's see if we can get another one here in the 10th. Lane 12. On a 4-bagger here. He's in the 230s already. Gets this one, he'll be in the 240s. Excellent.
That was a great shot.
Nice.
Never a doubt for Mac.
Good start. Great start,
actually. Aiden got that one a little out to the right.
Almost came back. He was hoping for that trip too.
Yep. He did that motion. He knows exactly what he did. He just kind of let it go.
Good shot for Colin again. He's been in the pocket pretty consistently this game.
Just can't get him to go.
Yeah.
Another good shot by
Fill
Mac.
Ball.
Great shot.
Excellent job.
All right. 247 for
That's
Mr.
Great
Mac
start.
Reese. Nice covers by Aiden.
All right, Colin, pick up that spare. Good job. That looked like a good shot, too. 10 pins. I do see a couple 200 games looking around pair to pair, but I do think the 247 from Mac Reese is the highest game I see in my vision.
Yeah, I agree. I think that, well, Matthew, 249 for Matthew. I don't know what his last name is. Let's see
That's
if I
a
can
nice
find
game.
it. Yeah, it's a really nice game.
Nice six-bagger in there.
Let me see who that is.
He's going with Bud's card. Always nice to start off a block with a nice game.
Here he is, Matthew Smith. Ah, Dylan thought he got that spare or the spare there.
I like that. You combine spare and split for a splair.
Tell you what,
A Blair splair.
I do leave a lot of splares.
We got Aiden up here on lane 14. Looking for a good shot in the 9th to set up the 10th. Excellent.
And that was a great
Excellent.
shot. Put up my strike alert again. Got to take them all I can. All right, Landon is on an open, so it would be nice if we can get some going for here for him.
Looks pretty close.
I like where he's playing the pattern.
Yeah.
I like everything about it. I think he's just had some
Well,
rough goes of it.
Yeah, he's missed three spares here in this game. But made a lot of good shots.
Absolutely.
Good shot there from Brent. Got the first one in the 10th. He can get another one for 193 if he punches out.
Be nice.
It's kind of hard to see the scoring on the live stream, maybe.
Oh, it is. It always is. But if I take it away, people will say that they need it.
Yeah.
Even though
Well, you can kind of see it. You can kind of see
Sort
spare,
of.
strike, or open.
Yeah.
So then the score, maybe.
I don't know. My eyes are bad, but I don't think I could read that if I was at home. But I'll
Great
leave it
job
up
by
there.
Colin. Yeah,
And it gets it to
gets
go.
that blower 7 to go. Good job.
We got some Riley fans in the chat. Drew's watching Colin. Sabrina Groves. I saw your husband today. I haven't seen your son, though. I haven't seen Mr. Groves.
I don't think he's bowling.
Oh, did Andrew just stop by then? I saw Andrew in here earlier.
I did not see him.
Oh.
Trip 2. We'll take that.
I like it. Double.
Double on the 10th. All right, Brent signed up for a 183 game 1 for Brent.
All right, so this is a 5-game round on the medium pattern. We will, depending on how quickly the pairs are moving, it looks like the bowlers that are coming here will be ready to go. I think they're all waiting. So,
Yep.
And we might see Matthew Smith. I think Bud's pair is coming here. So
right.
Bud's a card
Excellent.
fan, so get ready. But doesn't look nearly as tall as he used to, because now he's in the U18 boys, and some of the other boys are kind of starting to sprout up. But when Bud was in the U15 boys division, he always was
towered over everybody.
Yeah.
Nice shot, trip 4. We've seen several trip 4s already today. This block.
Yeah.
That's a good place for it. First one in the 10th frame.
Riley can get to 208 this game.
Yeah, nice.
I like the cheering that's happening. I want more cheering. Parents, cheer.
And that's what I like about the SYCs too. The kids cheer for each other.
Totally. It's all about friendship and community. And
all right, that's a nice double there for 208 if he punches out on this fill ball.
Nice shot by Landon.
Excellent.
I really like where he's playing the plane for his game.
Yep.
Oh, that's left. Back it up.
9 count on that. We'll take it.
207.
But that shows you, even though the pattern's a little bit longer, there's not a lot of hold. The middles are still kind of flat.
Yeah, no.
Let's see if Landon can get one more here. Bail this game out.
Oh, he didn't like that one, but he...
just a bit high.
I thought he was going to get away with it.
Almost did. 8. Shaker 7. Spare cycle will have 191 for Aiden if he can pick this up.
And he covers 1.
Yep.
That's
and that's something to do in the 10th frame.
It's on a double.
Get the 1. You spare that, doesn't matter. You don't have the ball after it.
Right.
Aiden has no ball left. If he strikes on this shot, he'll have 191 game 1 on the medium pattern. And there we go.
And he does it.
Pretty good
191.
Shot.
It's a good start.
It's an okay start, yep.
Silver medal on the short, and he's off to a good start on the medium.
Colin up on the right lane on a strike. A little high. 3-6-10. Man, those games without a double are tough.
Yeah.
Especially when you make a lot of good shots.
Yeah, he's been in the pocket nearly every shot. I don't know what the 7 that he missed. Was that a chop 3-6-10 or?
I don't remember that.
I can't remember either. It was a little far long ago.
Get a break here. All right.
All right, so he will throw one final shot. We'll take a very, very short break because I think it'll take a minute for this pair to get ready. Thanks for hanging out with us. Game 1, Jazz. I'm not sure. You might hang out again.
Okay.
I might have Liz and you maybe do a game.
Okay.
So we'll see who's hanging around.
All right.
Thanks for being here this weekend.
I love being here. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else because you know what today is, right?
National Bowling Day.
That's right.
We just did have a player fall on lane 11. It looks like he's okay.
Good.
I think you could see that on our live stream pair has been pretty exciting today. We need a little less excitement on this pair.
Exactly.
All right, we will be right back. All right. Let me check on. I might have Liz join you. So let me see if she is available. Is he okay? Okay. Are you okay?
All right, we're back for game 2 on the medium pattern. And I'm still here, but I have
Hi,
another
Mike.
person sitting next to me, Liz Johnson.
Hi, Mike.
How's it going, Liz?
It's going all right. How
Good.
are you? Good to be here.
I'm good. What did you see game 1? You were kind of walking around.
I was
Anything
walking
exciting?
around a little bit. The young kid Dohan?
Yeah.
Dahu?
He got the gold medal earlier.
Yeah, he shot 260 the first game.
Wow.
268.
That's a great
Yeah,
start.
I believe he was using a Nova.
Nice. Very nice.
Just the last couple shots. And that was pretty much all I saw the first game. So I was walking back and forth.
And where was he playing? Did you happen to see?
Look between probably 15 to 20.
Okay.
15, 20, right around there. Second, third, fourth arrow.
Yep. He's a two-hander, so he has to do good rev rate, going to be a little bit deep.
Oh, yeah. Definitely create a little bit more hold. I'm sure they have a lot more hold now than compared to this morning, of course. So
yeah, we were just talking about that, though. They're still kind of flat in the middle.
Okay.
You kind of see on the pattern, kind of flat in the middle.
Yeah.
The ratio is a little bit higher outside than the short, but that doesn't mean they're easy.
No. But if you find any little bit of hold out there, that's going to take advantage of that, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we got some bowlers here on 13 and 14. Got Tyler Clark, William Revenkamp, and I apologize if I mispronounced names. We got Samuel Combs, Rat Attack, Liam, and Jedrick. Whoa, nice shot there. Trip 4. I think that's the third or fourth trip 4 we've seen on lane 13.
I like those trip 4s.
Yeah, we do, don't we?
Yes. Any kind of trips is a good trip, right?
Exactly. We've also seen a couple trip 2s already.
Oh.
So we've had like probably 5 between the two. A couple trip 4s, a couple trip 2s. We'll take them.
That's a double right there. Trip 2.
Game 1 of a block can always be a little bit tough for some of the kids, even adults in some tournaments. I think we'll see kids settle down as they keep bowling.
Yeah,
now that was
middles,
a weird break.
Yeah, the middles definitely seem, like you said, they're still flat. So
Yeah. When you go Brooklyn as a lefty and leave a solid 9, I would say that's a bad break.
Yeah, that is.
You think about it as a righty, how often do you go Brooklyn and leave a solid 8?
It's not a solid 8, no.
But we did have a couple good games here. We had a 240 game, 247 by Mac Reese on 11 and 12. There was a 249 game on 9 and 10. So we had a few good scores. And you said there was a 260?
268 down there, yes. I think it was like 27, 28 maybe, in that area. Maybe the scoring pace will be a little bit higher
I think so.
This squad.
We kind of imagined, or we kind of guessed that the short pattern might be one of the more tricky ones here.
Right. With it being a medium pattern, 41 feet, it's generally different angles.
Yep.
Outside, inside. But the volume is not super high. It's 26
it's kind of light,
mils.
actually, yeah. Liz, if you were playing on this pattern right now, what do you think? I know it's a tough question because you're not out in the lane, so you don't know what they're doing. But what do you think if I'd say, what ball would you be throwing and where would you be playing?
With it being a little bit flatter, probably something medium like my phase 2.
Okay. Phase 2 is never a bad choice, I don't think.
Yeah,
right?
I think that's pretty much the benchmark for myself and probably for a lot of people. Phase 2 is, no matter where you go, you got to bring that ball.
Right.
Something like a phase 2, even a reality, something a little stronger than that. Probably right around 10.
Ooh,
8, 9,
monster
10-ish to
messenger
start.
there. Jeez, Tyler, save those pins. Threw a messenger like Liz Johnson there.
Oh, there's another messenger here on
Nice.
lane 12. Pins are the pins are flying right now.
I think the kids see you here in the booth and they're trying to impress you.
I don't know.
That was a nice shot. Trip 6 for William.
A little bit of urethane going down the lane, not too much.
Not too much.
Not like
we see a little bit. Oh, nice
Yeah.
shot there by Liam Baker. Slap that 10 on. That's always a good sign we get that slap on the 10.
Oh, yeah. Slap on the 7-pin or the 10-pin?
Yep, absolutely. Great shot there on lane 14, too, by Samuel. Definitely see more striking on this pattern than this morning.
Yeah, yes, for sure.
So, Liz, you just came off bowling in the Dallas area to finish up the PWBA tour. What's on your schedule, your next big tournament coming up?
Get to go to France the end of September for 2
Cool.
weeks.
That's
It's
awesome.
called the Promotion Tour. Myself and a couple of the other girls get to go, and there's a European Bowlers Tour stop right after that.
Great.
So I get to spend 2 weeks in France.
That's not,
Should be
not a
exciting.
bad thing.
No,
Have you been there before?
I've been there 2012, so it's been
Okay.
about 10 years
Good.
since I was there. So looking forward to go back.
And what ladies are going over with you?
Clara Guerrero, Danielle McEwen, Maria Rodriguez, and Lindsay Boomershine.
Wow, what a good group.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
And is that all singles, or is there any kind of team? Where
I think there's some.
you
I
ladies
don't
can
know
beat up on the
exactly.
guys?
We have some teams set up. I think there's different. They have different things going on, and probably know more when we get there. But
Yep.
there's definitely some teams set up for that, and also Matt McNeil, who reps for us, also will be out there bowling.
Oh, very
and
nice.
Probably handling a lot of stuff too for us. So, yeah, looking forward to it.
Good. Well, we wish you luck.
Thank you very much. Should
And
be exciting.
We hope you have no delayed flights.
Yes. Well, I have a nonstop from, I believe, O'Hare. Coming back,
Okay.
they have, one layover, but it's not too bad.
So how long of a nonstop flight is that from Chicago to France?
I have to check. It's, let's see, 9:30, leaving Chicago like 6:30, coming and landing at 9:30, so it's probably like 9 hours, 9 hour
Is
flight.
that about a 6-hour time difference then?
It's got to be,
Yeah.
it's got to be at least 6, maybe 7.
And when you fly, Liz, just not bowling related, but are you an aisle girl, a middle girl, or a window girl?
I'm usually a aisle girl.
Okay.
If I fly on a shorter flight, like an hour, 2 hours, I could be a window.
Okay.
But if I get an upgrade, I'm whatever you want. I'll do the window or I'll do the aisle.
So you're an upgrade girl.
I pray for the upgrade. I'm not, but I can be on a plane for 10, 11 hours. If I sleep an hour, I'm lucky. I can't sleep on a plane unless I'm absolutely exhausted.
Right.
So.
All right, we got a couple good games going here in front of us. On lane 12, we have Jackson coming up, and he is on a 3-bagger. Great shot there on lane 11.
Oh, man.
I jinxed him. Hope we can pick this pair up.
This could be right around the time where start getting a little transition.
Yeah. And I have never bowled in this center. I do lessons here. But when I'm here, I'm always on the same pair up at the high end. But from what I've heard from tournament bowlers that have bowled in the center, pair to pair can be very different.
Yes. Especially when you start getting into the middle of the house. Middle of the house to the ends of the house are always play a little different because of league play and all that stuff.
Have you ever had a tournament in Idaho?
I've never. This is my first trip to Idaho.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to Idaho.
Thank you.
All right, on lane 14, we have Tyler. He is also on a three-bagger, spare three-bagger, so good start for the game for Tyler. Let's see if we can get one more. It's going to be close.
Wow, nice shot.
Lower 7. Man, his ball hits hard.
Interesting. Did he start from the very back of the approach? Like his right foot was
It looks like
off
he
the
does
approach.
start with 1 foot off the approach. That'd be interesting to find out how that developed for him. We don't see that very often. Although, when I bowled on tour, there was a guy that bowled, I can't say, called Charlie Lacey. I don't know if anybody remembers that, but he would actually start off the approach and walk on and just kept on going.
Oh, wow.
Get over there. There you go.
I wonder if it had anything to do with if you ever had that issue of not being able to start.
Yeah, some people will do that.
Yeah.
I know our friend Robin Romeo.
I had a bad, probably month or 2 months back in 2005. I couldn't go. That really is the scariest thing I'd ever went through as a bowler.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And was it more that you were kind of just overthinking or too many thoughts?
I have no idea because it was one of those things where it was like, snap your fingers, it happened, and you snap your fingers again, and
it was gone.
It was gone.
Interesting.
I bowl just like a little sweeper or something like that, and I couldn't go. But I practiced at home. I was fine.
Right.
So it was definitely
interesting.
Very mental. And you even like try to count down.
Right.
And still couldn't go. And probably the scariest thing was I would start on my tiptoes. I can go.
Yeah.
I could literally stand with the bowling ball on my tiptoes and not be able to go. That was the funkiest thing ever.
I think it's good. Thank you for sharing that because you are one of the most accomplished women bowlers ever. And I think it's good for people to understand that even the top level bowlers can struggle from time to time with things. You just have to work through them.
I still have issues because I'm technically a 4-step approach bowler.
Right.
But if you watch me at all recently, especially this year, I shuffle with my left foot, which would make it 5.
Yeah.
And I don't
Marshall
mean to do that.
does the same thing.
I don't mean to do that. I want to take 4.
And
sometimes that will mess up my timing. And sometimes don't know how to do
that. That's kind of funny because I'm usually a 5, and sometimes I'll just randomly will do a 4, not on purpose. Look at lane 15. We have Vance over here having a pretty good start to a game 2. And there's a 3-bagger. Very nice. Riley a little bit late. Looks like a 2-8. Kind of just off camera on lane 10 over there. We just see another strike.
Caitlin.
For Caitlin for a 6-bagger. Spare 6-bagger. How about that?
She just won, right? She won the short pattern? Or she
she did.
Won, right?
I don't know what she shot her first game, but she's having a killer second game.
Yeah.
Shot there. Lots of good shots today, Liz. See if William can double up here. One goes off the left side.
Oh, man.
Nice shot.
Nice shot.
Rips the rack. You know, whenever I see a bowler in a headband, it always makes me think of Amleto.
Yes. He still wears them, doesn't he?
I think he does, yeah.
He's Amleto. He can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, exactly.
He's still probably in better shape than guys half his age.
I was just about to say, you can't find people
yeah.
in much better shape than Amleto.
Yeah.
Even at, now he's getting a little bit older too. He bowls on the senior tour. He might even be 60. And he is in, like you said, better shape than most 25-year-olds.
Probably even younger than that.
Yeah. And Liz, I'm going to share a little conversation we had at lunch. And I'm going to kind of throw you under the bus age-wise.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I have no shame.
That's good, and you shouldn't.
I am 48 years old, and I have no shame.
Yep. Liz is 48. She will in a little over a year and a half, right?
2 years.
2 years?
May.
And she is looking forward to that age when it starts with a 5, because as a bowler, it opens up many more doors for tournaments and other ways to make money. And she, don't be surprised.
I don't know if I want to use the phrase "looking forward to," but
you're not afraid.
When the time comes, no, yeah. I'm not afraid of it.
And the big thing that we can all look forward to when Liz turns 50 is, don't be surprised if we see Liz out on the PBA 50 tour. And don't be surprised we see Liz win on the PBA 50 tour, and we all look forward to that.
I would love to just get a check if I got that far.
Well, I know a lot of guys that when they see you shoe up the first tournament, they're like, oh, crap, Liz is bowling now? We all look forward to that.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to hopefully continuing for a few more years.
I know this year in the PWBA was one of your down years, I would say, for you.
Yeah, it wasn't my finest year, but it was also probably an eye-opener. You know, what you need to go back, maybe take a step back and realize your, not say faults, but definitely things, a lot of things I still got to work on.
Yep.
That what I could do 10, 15 years ago, even 20 years ago, I can't do the same thing. And
you made a great point today that you said you're starting to prepare for next year. You're starting now. You're not waiting.
No. And I never used to be like that. Usually I would, I'll give it a couple months or whatever. I'll be fine. But no, you got to start right away.
Yeah. So we have a question here for you, Liz, from Jen. Jen? Liz, you have only 3 bowling balls to pack. Okay. What are your must-3 in your bag?
Probably.
You can only take 3 balls.
3 balls. Probably my plastic ball for sure. My spare ball. Gotta have a spare ball.
That's always one of the most important balls.
My phase 2, no doubt in my mind.
Okay.
Probably something
like a
medium asymmetrical, maybe like my dark code.
Okay.
Because the thing with bowling balls, you can put surface on the ball. You can't take it off.
Right.
So you can always. I've learned that from the ball reps or just being around other people. You can make the ball hook earlier. You can't make it go longer if you're just there. So yeah, something like a dark code.
Yeah. Nice.
Something like dark code in my phase 2.
So another good shot by Tyler there too. He's having a pretty good game. All right, coming up in lane 13, we have William. He's on a 3-bagger. Let's see if we can make it a 4-bagger. Nice shot, trip 6.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. That headband. We might have to start wearing a headband.
That's a nice 4-bagger.
over on lane 15, we have Vance working on 4 in a row. It's okay, make it 5. Just a little light, man.
I like his jersey. He's got the whales.
That is a cool jersey.
Yeah, I like the water and the whales.
I commented earlier. So many of these kids are so creative with their jerseys. It's really cool to see.
Yeah, they're really nice.
Do you have a favorite jersey, Liz, that you just feel good when you wear it?
Any of the ones I've worn that I've won with, maybe.
You have a lot of jerseys then.
over the years, I have one that I saved when I won my 13 U.S. Open. It was kind of red and black that I really loved.
Yeah.
I have a black and blue one that I really love a lot too.
Yeah.
I was really simple with some of my jerseys a couple years ago. So it was like all red, all orange, all green, blue.
Right.
Let's keep it simple.
Yeah.
I think Norm had a couple of those too. He had like a plain red one, a plain blue one. I'm like, why can't I just do that?
Well, it's never a bad thing to do what Norm Duke does.
Absolutely. I got to bowl with Norm a few years ago and win with him. Learned a lot from Norm. So
wow.
He's.
And what tournament was that?
I don't know if it was called the Merit Mixed Doubles. It was a mixed doubles.
Okay.
We bowled in Reno back in 2009.
Okay.
And we made the TV show, and we won. We had the tournament won, and we had the front 9.
Wow.
I'm like, okay, Norm, you can just get out. It was televised, and I'm like, no, come on. He washed out. He made the spare. He struck. I'm like, Norm, you just cost us $10,000. I gave him a hard time for it for years.
That's funny.
No, he was awesome to bowl with, though.
I bet.
He's such a great guy. I just learned so much from him.
Yeah. I think we're all Norm Duke fans, so it's kind of sad that he kind of retired from bowling this year. He's still so good.
He's awesome guy on and off the lanes.
Yeah.
I remember his first show. Actually, one of my favorites growing up was Earl Anthony. And I remember his first show was against Earl Anthony. I think it was 82, 83 or something like that. And it was pretty neat.
You know, Liz, I get lucky. I get to do lessons in Northern California, and one of the centers I go to is Earl Anthony's Dublin Bowl.
Yeah, we bowled there.
I'll tell you, every time I walk in, he has that trophy case there.
Yeah.
I just got goosebumps thinking about his trophy case because it is so cool and impressive.
Yeah.
I just stand there and stare at it every time I go in that building.
He had so many titles. We had 46, 47 titles.
Yeah.
But he had that many seconds as well.
That's crazy, isn't it?
He had almost 90 plus chances to win.
Yeah. And what's kind of interesting, most bowlers, most of the top pros that have over 25, 30 titles, they have almost as many seconds as most.
Yeah.
You know, so one game match, anything can happen. So the goal is to get to the title match. Another great shot there by William. He's having a nice game.
Yeah, he's on a 5-bagger.
Yeah. You know, it's not always about winning. It's having a good performance. You can have personal wins. Even though it doesn't mean you win a title. I know I work a lot with Marshall Kent, and he went through a stretch on television where he kind of had some rough luck and didn't win on television. And I made the comment to him that I said, I hope at the end of your career you have about 20 seconds. And he's like, well, geez, thanks, jerk. I go, no. You're missing the point. If you have 20 seconds, you're probably going to have close to 20 titles.
Right.
I'd be happy with that career. Now, Liz, you have 25 titles on the PWBA. Do you know how many seconds you have? She does not. She got choked up by that question, by the way.
I want to say maybe 10. Maybe?
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, to have that many more wins than seconds is super, super impressive and kind of unusual, to be honest. All right, we're finishing up this game here. We've got some good finishes here right in the pair in front of us, 13-14. And just a quick update for Caitlin over there on 9 and 10. She did have that 6-bagger. She did have an open in the 8th and finished out the game with a nice 236. All right, spare there for Tyler. He's having a nice game here, too. Strike on the field goal, 225. All right, and there is a strike on the field ball for 225.
Nice game by Tyler.
Tyler Clark. Way to go, Tyler. And up on lane 13, we have William with a great game going on a 5-bagger. Let's hope he gets this first one in the 10th.
Grab.
Looks pretty good off his hand. Excellent shot.
Nice shot.
Oh, I saw a little solid 9 action there for a second.
Yeah. The 9-pin had no chance, right?
We've seen a big one here. Let's see if we can get this second one on the 10th. It's already in the 240s.
Go off for 260.
Yep. With a little in, maybe. There he's in.
Great shot.
Excellent. Great game there. See, any game with a 7-bagger can be a pretty great game.
Yes.
Especially being clean the rest of the game. So we're going to finish this off. Strike here on the field ball will be 260. We'll take that. 9 count, 259. Great game. And here we see the support from the other bowlers. It's awesome to see. Liz, we talk about spares a lot, especially on the tougher patterns. Is there any specific spare that you feel is one of the hardest ones?
Probably, I would say the 36910.
That's what I thought you were going to say. When I ask highest level the touring players, they always say that spare.
Yeah. The 3910. I mean, it's a split, but it's a makeable split. But
right.
Still.
Yeah. Those 36910s can be very tricky, especially depending on the pattern.
Yeah, I've actually changed how I throw at the 36910s and the buckets because I always use my first ball.
Yeah.
This year, depending on the pattern, I would use my spare ball and kind of fade at it.
I've seen that more
depending
often.
Depending how the 9-pin is lined up. If the 9-pin's lined up a little to the left, I may use my spare ball at it.
Yeah.
Just fade it.
All right, we're finishing up here game 2. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be back for game 3.
All right, welcome back. We are here at the Syc Idaho. I keep calling it an event because I need something to go after it, so I'm calling it the Syc Idaho event. I am joined by the co-founder of I Am Bowling, Logo Infusion, K&K Bowling. We rebranded, right?
Same name.
Okay.
Just new logo.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Cool. So lots of stuff. You have lots of businesses. You're good. Yeah. So so you're here this week because I Am Bowling is a great supporter and sponsor of the SYC. You have a booth set up at the high end, and we're going to talk a little bit about what's happening at I Am Bowling.
Okay.
But let me turn the camera over to the youth bowlers so we can watch some U8. It looks like we have a mixture of U18 and U15 girls. The bowlers we are watching, we have Mary Beth Baker, Brooklyn Gelling-Nitt, Piper Chalmers, Danielle Finchman, Haley Hopkins, and Bree Pfizer. That's our featured pair. And then you can see 11 and 12 and 15 and 16 as well. So, Kenny, you have been watching some of the bowling. What's your observations so far this weekend?
Well, it's an interesting house here. Like this morning on the short pattern, those that attempted to play outside, towards the gutter, which is normally where you would go for a short pattern, not so good here. So
True story.
There was a lot of. I have it on a decent account that it's not necessarily. It wasn't an oil thing. It could be just the gutters just don't play well here.
Yeah, right.
A lot of skid. Like if you missed right, the ball went a long way. But I mean, it's beautiful house. It's my first time to Idaho. Is what I'm gonna say. I mean, as a kid, we always went, to different places, but I don't really remember anything about Idaho. So it's my first time here. So it's.
Have you had some Idaho potatoes yet?
I have not.
It's a thing.
Potatoes are currently not on my diet, so it's.
Bummer. You have to have like one French fry or something and say you did, right?
Okay, I will.
Just one.
So that is a real thing.
Oh, it's totally. So the first time I came to Idaho actually was when we were assigning Blake the bowling doodle.
Ah, okay.
Which, by the way, we have a Blake and Adam strike alert. When we get close to a string of strikes, we'll put that alert up.
Okay.
We drove up here, and Gary has this place that is on. It's on the highway, and it's this restaurant. And he literally mapped it out and timed it so that we could hit it at lunchtime. And it was like the fresh cut Idaho fries.
Oh, okay.
And they were awesome. Like, it literally was the best fries I've ever had. So it is a thing. I don't know where you can find them around here.
All right. Well, I promise you some potatoes, but before I leave.
Just one slice of something.
Okay.
Something Idaho potato.
It's not the worst thing I could eat, but it's just something I avoid.
I understand.
So.
I get it. Being healthy, I like it.
Trying.
All right. Our friend Mary Beth Baker is up on lane 14. She is heading into college recruitment years of her high school career. So she's starting that journey of trying to find out where she's going to go next. She's very interested in sports broadcasting.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so she...
That's good.
Yeah, it's which I think is a great career.
That would be good with bowling.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, so she's looking at schools where she can study that and also compete, which I think she'll find a nice place. She's from York, Pennsylvania. Her favorite player is Kelly Kulick. She's a 2-time SYC champ, and she's also a 15-time medalist.
Wow.
Pretty awesome. She loves social media, and because she wants to broadcast, and she does a lot of filming, and she loves talking in front of people. Mary Beth and Trevor actually have started their own YouTube channel.
Okay.
And they've started to give back on that and do some strike-a-thons.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of activity from Trevor. He's got a lot going on, so it's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Want to see Bree Pfizer. I think you should bring back the floral jerseys. I've seen a lot of kids wearing those this weekend.
Yeah, so I was actually. It's funny you bring that up. There's I think I'm going to go digging into the archives.
Yeah.
And because we've, we now that we started the I Am Bowling brand a year and a half ago, we moved a bunch of designs over, but there's some other ones that are out there, and we still have all that stuff on our server and everything.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
So my artists don't like that much because they're always like, well, let's just come up with a new idea. And I was like, well, we have lots of old ideas that are very popular.
Yeah.
So I think now is the time to do a little bit of, find some of those. We have a bunch of we made a bunch of superhero type.
I remember those.
Things.
Yeah,
so
those are cool.
I think I'm going to go find all those. And
there is I forget which Marvel movie. There's a big Marvel movie that is releasing. Like, not Thor. Thor just came out, but there's one that's coming.
Yeah.
And it would be cool to release around that
Yep.
movie because everyone would be talking about the superheroes.
Yeah.
I can't remember which one.
So we have there's 11 or 12 designs that we had at the Storm booth this year at Open Championships. Those are all ready to go online. So Shannon we're going to probably with the bowling season starting, we do usually one new design a week, but we'll probably do two. I told her I said time to we have a bunch built up. Yeah, I was like, in the season just starting, let's do 2 a week.
That's awesome.
So.
And are you doing the special again, or any I know one year you did specials about buy 4, get 1 free. I think was.
Yeah, so we're having a sale this weekend. It goes through Monday for National Bowling Day.
Okay.
And then I believe it's on Tuesday, the 16th. Is we're going to have, and it'll go probably through the end of September.
Nice.
It'll be a buy 4, get 1 free.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea as teams are forming for leagues and you're trying to dress a whole team.
Yeah, we had some people asked, are like, well, in July you had to buy 3, get 1 free, and I was like, well, it's because no one's bowling and we're trying to stay afloat.
Yeah, I understand. Yes.
So
I get it.
So that July is the most aggressive sale that we have during the year. But we're going to do that, and then I think we're also coming up with some new breast cancer awareness designs for because October is right around the corner.
Yes, it is.
Especially when when it takes it's 3 to 4 weeks to get your jersey.
Yeah.
So we got to get that ready too.
Yeah, I love that. So, all right. So we talked a little bit about some specials that are coming up. Why don't you talk a little bit about what else is happening in your world?
Yeah, we're working on adding product lines. We're going to be we've been adding a lot of T-shirt designs. And we're going to expand that and give customers more options with long sleeve tees and hoodies.
Yeah.
We have some jackets online, but they're only with our branded logo. And so we're going to start propagating that through all the bowling brands. So we're looking at new products. We have some kind of patriotic design. We've done some hats and stuff with this patriotic design, and we've had the URL USA Bowler. I've had that for quite a while, probably almost 20 years, and so I think that's going to be a sub brand.
Cool.
We're going to do something with that.
That's cool.
So just kind of filling in the gaps. We're still trying to wrap up Logo Infusion site with the trade show displays. Working with our web designer on that. A golf brand still on the horizon. So there's a lot of things going on. Actually, one of my assignments on this trip is to figure out what we're supposed to work on, prioritize it, and then so we can dig into each one of them and brainstorm. So there's a lot going on now with the PWBA tour being done for the year. I told Shannon, I'm like, okay, so now
it's time.
Now that you're not bowling, now's the time for us to really dig in and get as much stuff. And really, ultimately, for us, we're trying to get ready for Christmas.
Absolutely.
Because
Black Friday.
Because of turnaround times, our business gets a little difficult during the holidays because it's hard to fulfill stuff before the holiday season. So we're looking at maybe having some special programs where it's possible. I don't know if we're going to be able to do it, but it might be there might be like an automatic upgrade so like our standard production is 21 to 28 days. Maybe during Christmas time, maybe it'll be 14 to 21 type thing. So if you wanted to rush, then maybe it would be faster.
Yeah,
so
that's cool.
we're looking at, because that's a slower time of the year for us, again, because of the fact that people can't get what they want fast enough.
No, yeah. I mean, it's a problem everywhere.
Yeah,
for sure.
and then we're expanding our ready to ship program, which is stuff that we already have in stock.
I'm sorry. Hang on 1 second.
Ahead.
Yep. Yeah, because I haven't updated it yet, to be honest. So that's my fault. Yeah, if you go to bullmetrics.com, it'll be there. Someone found a mistake on the website that I have to fix. So.
Oh, I fixed one today too.
I always say that our best proofers are our customers.
Yes.
because
someone walked up and said, "Hey, I'm trying to buy the Idaho Syc design, and it won't let me buy it." And I'm like, "Oh." And so we have a little thing under. It's kind of a timer, an internal timer, where it takes the production times off of each item.
Sure. Yeah.
But when you get to the end, when there's no production times, you eventually have to go put them back in again.
Oh.
So I usually wait till the event starts to do that, and I didn't make my calendar, I guess. So I took care of that this morning.
Well, but you've had a lot going on this summer. Junior Gold is a
busy summer,
big event.
And then we took a extra long family vacation because it's probably our last family vacation. My daughter's now a junior in college.
Oh, wow.
And
I can't believe she's a junior already.
Yeah.
That went fast.
So, my son's a senior in high school. So a year from now, I'll be taking a boat to college.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Are you ready for that?
I'm okay with it. I don't think Kathy's ready for that.
Yeah.
So that's...
no kids in the house all year. So
it's going to be interesting.
I love it.
As a parent, it's kind of surreal because I vividly remember them being born, and now like they're leaving, and it's like they've been there this whole time. Yeah, what happened? You know? So it's interesting. So they're actually both working in our booth in Las Vegas at the military tournament today. So so the Keegans are still running that booth. So it's the young Keegans.
Yeah, so if you're at the military tournament, you can go and meet the next generation of the company, right?
Yeah.
Now, so we talked about I Am Bowling, lots of gear. I loved the hoodies, and I've heard really strong reviews happily about adding hoodies to the collection from the kids. I've even seen some parents wearing hoodies because we're always cold in the bowling centers.
Yeah.
So Logo Infusion is still your. It's the brand
the company name.
Okay, company name, and then you have Infusion. What's the business for like? Don't you do tablecloths and banners?
Yeah, that's Infusion Displays.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, and then our promotional products is Infusion Promos. Then, of course, I Am Bowling is for all bowling apparel.
And then, in your free time, you run a few pro shops.
Yes, in my free time.
Like how I said that?
my true passion. So
yeah, and that's a hard business. I mean, I don't think everyone really understands.
You have to be very patient with that. It's there's a lot going on there, but we've been very busy and we've been very blessed. I mean that since COVID, since the shutdown, since everyone came back, it's really been there's a lot of momentum there.
That's great.
So it's a lot of and leagues in Las Vegas have not been very strong. There's actually some centers right now that are eliminating some leagues.
Sure.
But when people come to town, they are spending money. So cool. It's been, and I think that's even when I've talked to Mark Anderson, with the Storm booth, at the Open Championship, experiencing the same thing. Everyone is, they're buying a lot of products. So. It's our inventory kind of got up there because of the supply chain. You got to kind of stock up on stuff.
Yep.
And but then there's always new products coming out. So trying to get the inventory back to where we kind of want it has been kind of a struggle. So
Yeah.
it's
Well, last weekend I was at a different youth tournament, and I haven't been watching it as closely. I think I was just, the vantage point was really in line with the youth bowlers' feet, if that makes sense. Like, we were sitting below the lanes, the way that it was set up.
Okay.
And I noticed that shoes for youth players, there's not one pair of shoes that everyone really wears.
Okay.
And we were talking about it, and it was something that came up all weekend because you saw such a variety of shoes for players. Like, some players don't actually use the interchangeable soles because they don't really have slide in their game. Like, they don't always need that. They use that leverage differently.
Right.
So we were talking about it, and then I said, you know, probably because shoes have been an item that is very difficult to actually get in the pandemic. So you never know. It might be something that they were getting whatever they could find, kind of thing.
Well, it's interesting you bring that up because I mean this is the group of purchasers that their feet are changing.
Exactly.
So,
that's
So their feet get big and then you can't get any shoes.
Yeah.
So what do you do?
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, their feet literally, like, they grew out of shoes. I'm sure.
Right.
All of them grew out of shoes in a year.
Yeah, shoes has been shoes, bags, and a lot of accessories. There's a lot of as you well know. That's, it's been very challenging. But thank God we have bowling balls.
Amen.
So because that's the bowling balls have really kept us moving. So
Miss Mary Beth, I'm gonna put up my strike alert because I haven't done it yet. But strike alert brought to you by Blake and Adam. Did you get a chance to watch the Blake and Adam match yesterday?
I heard it. I sent Kathy down there because she's the dog lover in the family.
Yeah.
So she's like, oh, they're having that match, and I was like, you should go down there and watch it. Really? And I was like, well, there's no one down here.
Yeah.
No. So I saw it from a very obscure angle.
Yeah.
So
it went about as good as
I didn't realize that they keep them on the leashes and everything.
So normally they don't, but Terry, and this is a very funny part of this. So people, I don't think that you actually can believe us when we say that the Doodles actually love to bowl, right? Like, when I say that, it sounds it sounds ridiculous. Like, I'm saying dogs love to bowl.
So I stepped in the office this morning.
Yeah.
So practice just started, and I went to get something out of my bag, and Blake was barking like crazy, and I know it's because he heard bowling.
Absolutely, right. So if there's bowling happening, he's like, hey, I want to be doing that too.
Right.
So also, Terry told me that they've started to sabotage each other when they're bowling. And it happened once where Adam actually grabbed Blake's foot when he was trying to go bowl and held him back. And so they kept him on the leash because otherwise there would have been sabotage happening, and they wanted them to have somewhat of a true match.
I wonder if they ever pushed the other one's ball.
Oh, yeah,
off
that happens.
that...
Adam comes in and will push Blake's ball. One time they told me that Blake was getting ready to go and Adam pawed it right in the gutter. Like, this is legit.
It's hilarious.
But I asked them, I'm like, do they really know what's going on? And no one can really answer that one way or another. But if you watch back the live stream of this match, Blake posts his shots. And when I say that, it's, again, what are you talking about, Blake? He stands on the ramp with his little paws up there and watches the ball all the way until it hits the pins, which we told the kids. We're like, hey, look. If he can do it, you certainly can stand at the line and do it.
Sure.
So, and then he waits until the ball leaves the back, and then he runs over to the ball return and watches it come out.
And that's probably the part that's kind of like, they talk about like when you play peekaboo with a baby.
Yeah.
Like if you hide behind the couch and then you peek up. So the baby's brain at that point cannot put two and two together.
Right.
That you're actually behind the couch. So, and that's probably where the dog is at. It's probably like, where to go? How'd it come out of there?
Right. Probably. Yeah. Yeah. So it's just incredible. But anyway, all right.
No, it's cool. It's cool, and it's very. I mean, it's unique, and I didn't see anyone not excited about it, or
I have not heard anyone
bored, or like, what are you thinking, or
that's
whatever.
what I said last night because we were talking about it, and I said I didn't hear one person say, "What the heck are you doing having dogs bowl?"
Right.
Because everyone was out watching it was like, "This is the most unique." The only thing that maybe I heard was Blake barks a lot, which he does bark a lot.
He does bark a lot.
Yeah. Oh, Mary Beth pulled that one. Gets away with it. Nice little Brooklyn. We'll put the strike alert up. What the heck? I mean, we have to celebrate.
Terry told me, she's like, I need you to come in the shop and take a picture with the dudes. They're wearing green today, and you are too. So we need that picture. And I'm like,
yeah, because they're on your staff as well.
Right? Yeah.
They're part of the I Am Bowling team.
Yeah. Yeah. And people say that like we use that against our human staffers all the time.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh, I do a bunch for your company. I'm like, oh, I was looking at your coupon code usage, and there's a dog that lives in Idaho that's doing a lot better than you. So before you ask me for more stuff.
Man, I do the same thing because sometimes if someone's annoying me, I'm like, Blake is my favorite staffer.
And then the human staffer says, what? What? Are you really comparing me with a dog? I'm like, I'd compare you with anyone that's on our staff. So
Blake sells.
So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look at that face. Or faces.
Faces.
Yeah, right? They're awesome. Anyway, I'm going to take my strike alert. I'm jinxing everyone, so I'm going to take it down. But actually, I decided that I don't know where I came up with that last night. It was like,
that's a new
I
thing.
don't sleep.
The strike alert.
But what I think I'm going to do with it is that at every SYC, I'm going to put up like spare alert and then have one of the players sponsor it. Like someone who's a really good spare shooter.
Oh, there you go.
And then like clean game alert sponsored by Liz Johnson because she's always so consistent and makes all her spares.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna move forward with our alerts.
Carolyn and Dell, they both emphasize spares a little bit.
It should be a spare alert by Dell and Carolyn.
Right.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
Sponsored by BVBC or Ballard's Bowling
Academy.
Because
I've never seen their daughter miss a spare.
No.
I mean, I've seen them walk off what she's done, but I haven't actually myself seen her miss a spare.
I haven't. She's a stellar bowler. She just moved into Vanderbilt University.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's that time of year. Everyone's transition.
Yeah. All right. Bree Pfizer has a lot of people cheering her on in the chat. She's up on lane 14. Nice shot there. Just looks like she's in that transition mode on the medium pattern. This is the toughest for girls, I think, is this time of the block.
Yeah, so there's Danielle is playing a little bit out, closer to the gutter, and there is just a lot of skid out there.
Yeah, and then if you move in,
but you move in, then you get a really quick hook.
Yeah.
So this is matching up time. You have to match up with the right equipment, and
right angle,
right ball speed, and everything.
It's brutal.
So
I'm glad I'm sitting here and not bowling because I would be frying right now.
No, usually my average is usually 30 pins higher on the concourse, watching, but not today. It's
hang on, got it spare. Yeah, yeah.
Because it's always easy to say, oh, if I was bowling, I know what ball I would throw. So. Yeah,
I struggle with medium patterns, so I feel for the bowlers on the medium. Because there's so many ways that you can attack them. Sometimes I get lost.
Well, that makes sense because, I mean, you have a little bit straighter game.
Totally.
So a short pattern, you can play that. And a longer pattern, as much as people think that you should hook it a lot, it's actually not that much hook. It's a straighter line.
Yeah, so keep your angles tight.
So the middle would be the one that you're really going to kind of see the most hook on.
Yeah.
So.
Mary Beth is keeping my strike alert alive. Good job, Mary Beth.
There you go.
Yeah, so Kenny, you've threatened a couple of times at SYCs that you're going to rejoin a league and bowl again. Is this the season?
So you want an update?
I do.
Yeah, so the update is I've lost 35 pounds so far.
Congratulations.
And I am getting ready to at least drill a few storm balls and throw them.
Nice.
And but I've decided that especially after Junior Gold, I lectured a lot of young bowlers on picking up spares. And I told Kathy, I was like, if I really want to start bowling again and get competitive about this, I think I'm going to spend a lot of time practicing spares first.
I think that's
because when I think about my previous lifetime bowling, the one thing that really held me back was the 4 spares I reset that I missed.
Yes.
That because I was the guy always missing the cut or missing that spot or whatever
Sure.
by 8 and stuff like that.
Sure. Yeah.
So and I know if I practice my spares, I'll get my arm swing in line.
Oh yeah.
I've already noticed that in golf. You lose 35 pounds, you go golf. I went and golfed about a month ago, and I haven't golfed in a year. I golfed 2 days in a row. The second day, I shot my lowest round
Oh, that's awesome.
on a legitimate course.
Yeah.
Because the previous time I shot that score was on a very short course, like an executive course.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of it is just how I'm looking at things mentally. But then physically, I'm not trying to swing it around my body.
Sure.
I'm swinging through. So I don't know that about bowling league though. I'm a little. I did talk to someone about a daytime senior league. I would have to find some in the middle. Like there's a couple singles leagues like at South Point.
Yeah.
So I was intrigued by that because I was like, well, I could bowl like on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Wednesday's a good day for me because if I travel, it's usually on Thursday. If it's a singles league, I'm not letting anyone down except myself.
True.
But they're full right now. So that's. But he told me, he's like, if you're interested, let me know, and if something happens, you can fill in. But yeah, no, it's still a threat. But
I like it. Well, it sounds like you're getting closer, though.
I am
like
getting closer. Yeah, for me, this is a little adventure for me, and the first thing I'm going to do is learn how to eat better.
Yeah.
So exercise is coming with that, like joining the gym and then going to the next level.
It's a process.
Yeah,
it really is.
The 35 pounds I've lost that over. It's going to be 5 months now. It's actually 5 months. So it's been very slow, but it's been very consistent. And I'd rather have that because every time I ever lost weight before, it was always in big chunks.
Yeah.
And then when I got off of it, it came on and more.
Right.
I'm not. Everyone's nodding their head and like, I've been there.
Yeah, totally.
This time, my body is actually taking to this very well.
Good.
Like we went on vacation. I gained 5 pounds, and I came back, and I got back in my program, and within 3 days it was gone.
Nice.
So that tells me that my body's not absorbing all that.
Right.
The poor eating and everything.
That's awesome.
And Kathy's now joined the program with me, which makes it a lot easier.
Totally.
Especially when you think about a year from now when it's going to be just the two of us.
Yeah.
Now we can cook together.
Yeah.
Really
Eat the same things.
just because of with the kids and everything and owning a business. Kathy's been the one that's been driving the kids around, doing all that stuff. So we really haven't sat down and ate together, in years, like 2 decades. So
that's something to look forward to.
Yeah, so the idea of sitting down and cooking something and eating together is, so I think it's going to be good for us.
Yeah, I will tell you that my sister's 11 years younger than me. So the month or so, I think, after she went to college and my dad was really like, for the first time, an empty nester, because forever they had kids,
right?
Because
right.
I'm however old I am,
right.
So the first Saturday morning that he didn't have to take someone to bowling, he called me and he's like, I literally don't know what to do with myself right now. I'm like, Dad, go have breakfast. Like, go take yourself out to eat. Like, here, I'll Venmo you some money. Like,
yeah, because right now it's my son has to put in community service hours at his school, and he's trying to he's now decided he wants to get his driver's license.
Oh, nice!
And so it's just
That's
go. Everything's just go. Wow.
Weird thing. The kids don't want driver's license nowadays.
No. He now feels embarrassed as a senior in high school that he's being dropped off.
Okay,
so this is
finally.
So yeah,
you're like.
So he was like, "Do you have any time to go driving?" And I'm like, "Okay, buddy." So
that's cool.
I always have time for you.
Yeah.
I was like, "You have to get it out of your head that I'm too busy for you." I said, "Let me adjust my schedule. Don't just keep up on me." So
yeah. Miss Mary Beth Baker is having a very nice game here.
250 game here.
Yeah. And Blake and Adam are bringing her luck.
Yeah.
So Danielle finished with 175.
What pair were they? Was this the pair they bowled yesterday?
11. They bowled on lane 12, actually.
Okay.
They had a one game match because they only had one ramp. So.
Okay.
Because apparently they fight over the colors of ramps too. So they were trying to eliminate. They pick the color of their ramp.
Dogs were colorblind.
Listen, apparently, I don't know. I really believe.
Oh, wow.
Nice shot by Mary Beth. I believe that
259.
Blake is a human
Oh,
in a dog's body.
That's her second strike.
Yep. He's a human. I believe it. But Terry's told me that she'll tell them it's time to bowl, go pick a ramp, and Blake will run over and pick a ramp, and it's not the same color every time, which could be the color blindness.
Yeah.
But he also looks at them and chooses based on his mood.
Like today, today I like red.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. They pick what ball. He carries his own 2-ball tote. If they still have the balls in there, you can see him do it. Yeah. All right.
Little bit of pull there in the last shot. 257.
I'll take that.
Yeah. Good game, Mary Beth.
Very nice, Mary Beth. On the live stream, too. She gets that smile. I wonder if her mom's watching. Hi, Sarah, if you're watching. I hope you are.
Everyone else on the pair has been struggling.
Yeah, this pair has not been easy all day. So I'm wondering if I'm going to have to ask Josh. Our Westies has been a great host this weekend. They're taking care of us, and it's a beautiful center.
Yeah, I was asking about the history of it. He says the owner's family has owned the center since the 60s.
Yeah.
Like, apparently it was originally down a couple miles away and burned down at one point, and then they bought land over here and rebuilt it.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, the Archibald family, here's a fun fact. They used to live here. They've just moved to Tennessee.
Yep.
Sam and
Scott.
Thank you. I just blanked. Sam and Scott, they met each other at Westy's.
Oh, wow.
Like in this bowling center. They both were working here, and they met each other.
Wow.
So.
Kathy and I met in a bowling center.
Yeah.
So
it's common.
It's a real thing.
Yeah, it's cool. This is not common, but it's more common than you think. But she told me, she's like, Bree wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for Westy's.
I'll tell our story, and people are like, "You're making this up," and I'm like, "No, it's a real thing."
That's cool. I love it.
30 years later, yeah, it's a real thing.
I love it. I don't think we have mentioned, Piper's had a very hard game. She hasn't really gotten a string of strikes, but she was a medalist this morning on the short pattern.
She throws it really well.
She does throw it really well.
That's a great ball right there.
I think she's from the Washington area.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but I believe that's where she's from. All right. So do you have any final thoughts for our friends before this game ends? We'll have some time tomorrow. Maybe we can bring you back in. And
no, we just like to always just thank Storm for the opportunity. Thank you and Leanne and Gary for all the hard work you guys do. There's a lot of work that goes into this. When things run smooth, everyone thinks it's easy, but there's we know better. We know that there's a lot of stuff going on, and a lot of things you have to do. So we appreciate the opportunity to help you guys out. Just to be support crew on all this stuff. And
we appreciate you guys. You give back a lot to the scholarship fund, and you really make it possible to award the Smart Funds to the kids. Yeah. And you've added in the Dan Keegan Memorial Scholarship, which is awesome. You get to award some kids that maybe have some good sportsmanship or something else that they've done.
We're scoping out the field right now for tomorrow morning, so we're going to award two $250 scholarships tomorrow morning.
That's awesome.
So we already have I think one of them already figured out. So we're just trying to figure out the other one.
Well, I think there's a lot of good candidates in this field, so I think you're going to have a really hard selection process.
It is always very difficult.
Cool.
So.
All right. Well, Kenny, thank you for joining us. And everyone go check out iambowling.com. You can find jerseys and gear and lots of awesome things, right?
Yep.
Plenty of, as league is starting up.
We're going to start selling bowling balls on there. So it's going to become more and more a one-stop shop.
Nice.
That's coming this month.
Can you match your jersey with the ball?
Well, I'm not going to comment on that, but there could be some possibilities of something like that.
That's exciting. All right, very fun. So keep watching. It's like stormbowling.com. It changes all the time, so you need to go and check it daily, weekly.
We get some ideas.
I love it. All right, well, we will be right back. It looks like our pair is moving very quickly, so we'll be right back, and thanks again for joining us.
Okay.
And we are back. Hi, Coach Jazz.
Hey.
How's
Blair.
it going?
I'm doing well. How are you?
We're not giving you many breaks today, are we?
I just had a break.
That was your break. Was that long enough?
It was fine.
Okay, good. Cool. Well, you're back, and we get to talk about some young ladies here.
Yes. And right in front of us on lane 13 is somebody I get to work with quite often, luckily Brianna Archibald.
Yeah, and she just moved away.
Yep.
And
she's back for this tournament.
I love it.
She does too. And she started off with a strike. Let's see if she can double early.
If she can, I'll put up our strike alert.
Pretty good looking shot. Nice.
And the strike alert goes up. Blake and Adam. On this pair, we also have Lindsay Green. We have...
She's on the right lane right now, shooting a 10-pin.
Sophia Best, who was a medalist.
Nice.
This morning. Nice spare by Lindsay. Kaylee Perganon. Brylan Harrison, and Catherine Scott.
And Brylan was a medalist today, too.
All
on the short.
Oh, yeah, she totally was. And I remember watching Kaylee strike out for in the 10th for a great game, too.
Nice.
And there's another strike. Just too quick for my strike alert. I don't know what we're waiting on, but was there a pin that got knocked down maybe?
I'm not sure. Something happened on the right lane there. I didn't see it.
So, Coach Jazz, how are you enjoying the SYC?
I'm enjoying this. Like I said earlier, I haven't been to one of these in 5 years. So it's good to see the competition, good to see a lot of the kids I work with. And just fun to see the camaraderie and how they support each other.
Yeah, that is what you get at the SYCs. It's like a little community. They all know each other. They all... Oh, it looks like we may have a sticky spot or something.
Oh, on the approach.
Oh, man.
All right.
Well, this is a great time to share that Westy's has been such a gracious host this weekend.
Yep. Great center.
Well, did I do it again? I think I put Iowa event on this stream. Man, I am struggling so bad. We've had Iowa, Idaho, Ohio in a row, and
hold on, just a sec. I'm gonna step out for a sec.
All right. Coach Jazz will be right back. I'm going in to correct all of my Iowas. Thanks for catching that. All right, let's see if we got some bios from some youth athletes. Let's see if Brylan filled out her bio. I know I saw one from Sophia come through.
Okay, I'm back.
All right, welcome back. I was just going to read a bio about Sophia. She looks like she's throwing in her new Nova. Sophia's from Redford, Michigan. Her favorite pro bowler is Daria. Her favorite bowling achievement is winning the bronze on the short pattern today. And she shot her highest series ever on the short pattern this morning.
Wow, nice.
She was asked to try out for the varsity volleyball team as a freshman this year in high school. So she's going to go home next week and try out for volleyball.
Wow.
And she wants to give a big shout out to Lisa Bishop and Del Warren. They've helped me get my game to where it is today. Very cool.
Yeah.
I like Sophia. She's a really nice young lady. We talked earlier about how she just is recovering from a little golf cart accident.
Started off this game well. Spare double.
Let's see who else filled out their bio. Catherine Scott filled out her bio. She's from Twin Falls, Idaho. Her favorite pro bowler is Alexia Quaintenance. She's just starting her college career in Nebraska. So I bet we'll hear about Alexa in the next few years. Her favorite part of bowling is bowlers are great people, and she thinks that competing allows her to meet really fun people.
That is true.
And she's super artistic. Painting and drawing make her really happy. She wants to shout out to her bestie, Ella Hardy in Wisconsin. So hello, Ellie. I'm sorry, Ella. Mr. Zach, who is Lindsay's older brother's in the chat. Hi, Zach. He's an SYC champ.
Nice.
We miss seeing him. Now he's off to college and on his next journey. His mom is sitting right next to us and said that she told Zach that you could come and hang out in the live stream booth. And I said, yeah, absolutely could have. Come and chat with us.
Right. Nice spare for Brianna. The 2-8 can be tricky. She picked it up nicely.
There's no problem for Brianna. Spares are easy. Got a deadwood.
Yep.
Clear that out. Lots of action happening on this pair.
There is.
Mr. Dylan on lane 12. Oh, I almost jinxed him. Dylan Fieldstad has a great game going. He's gone spare, double, spare, strike, and that was a 9. I thought he was going to double again.
Wow,
but
not bad.
Yeah, he's doing awesome.
And he's nice spare there.
Very nice. He's on a hot streak. Go Dylan.
Great pickup there by Nick Reese.
Oh, he picked that up.
15. Picked up the 2, 4, 6, 10.
Another medalist, Mr. Jake on 11, just off screen. You'll be able to see him when he gets up there.
Okay.
On the short pattern.
We have Brianna up on lane 13.
I like her jersey. That one's a pretty jersey.
It is. Little left, get a break, and she does.
She does. She'll take it.
She will.
She's looking down on her feet. Looks like she might be having some struggle. Just for the record, for anyone that watches the Morning Bolt, Team Shark is killing it in the youth bowling world. Trevor Mason has picked up a Team Shark jersey. Appreciate your support, Trevor.
Nice. He was a medalist too.
He was. Right? They don't have Lion jerseys though. You should talk to our friends Kenny.
I don't know what's up with that. No Team Lion jerseys.
Team Lion. And if anyone wants to know what we're talking about, you need to go back in the archives of the Morning Bolt into the pandemic and find the episode where Coach Jazz is asked if he's on Team Shark
a while ago.
or Team Tiger. That was a while ago. That was 2020.
I think that's the last time I've been on the Morning Bolt, by the way.
Apparently we need to have you back on.
I think I've been banned for that answer.
I don't think so. I don't think it was part of the answer. I mean, you have been a little busy.
Yes, I was. Yes, I have been. I was in Vegas for 3 months.
Yeah. Give me a break. I mean, when you're in Vegas, do you know that the morning bolt's at 8 a.m.?
I do, and that's why you didn't see me on there very often.
Right, that's what I'm saying. When I'm in Vegas, I dread the morning bolt because I'm like, oh, it's really morning here.
Well, and at that time, I'm getting ready for work.
Exactly, right.
So.
That's what I'm saying.
Brylan Harrison on lane 14.
That was a great
Nice
shot. Yeah,
Way to
very
go.
nice. She was also a medalist.
She was, and that's a good place for a strike after a rough start to this game. 3
Yeah.
consecutive opens. So hopefully she can get 3 consecutive strikes now.
Let's do it. Let's go, Brylan.
Great shot there on lane 12 also.
Mr. Jake.
Yeah.
Jake did a thumbs up pose in all his pictures.
Excellent.
I loved it. I'm like, thumbs up.
Great shot on 14. Nice strike 10 back for Catherine using her new Nova.
I love it. I guess it's a good ball for the tournament.
I think it is for a lot of the kids. That was a pretty ball. Great shot by Lindsay. Yeah. Another Nova on the right lane. Another good strike.
And Sophia did not like that shot, and she's found some hold there,
Yeah.
Sophia. Here, I'll put up the strike alert brought to you by Blake and Adam. We've decided who our Spare Alert mascots will be.
Who's that?
Dell and Carolyn. They always talk about making spares, and
Nice.
I'm going to get little pictures of Dell and Carolyn.
I liked it.
I think it's going to be a thing. I might keep the strike alert by Blake and Adam, though. It just makes me so happy.
I know, me too. You know how they have their paws on the bowling balls?
Right? Like, look, let's all admire them again.
I'll tell you one of my favorite Blake pictures is the one you have from the SYC several years ago with all the kids behind him.
Yes.
That is my favorite picture.
We just brought that. It's funny
I
you
saw
bring
that.
that up. We brought that up on the Morning Bolt again.
Correct. I love it.
It used to be my screensaver, and I'm not sure what happened and why it's not anymore. But it's gonna make its return.
Great shot by Brianna. I'll give her a little high five there.
I like it. Little double.
Double spare double.
She was just off the medal stand for the first round.
Yeah.
So if she can have a good block here and a good block tomorrow, I think that bodes well for her tournament.
Well, I talked to her before this game, and I know she had an okay game 1 and 2, but had a rough pair on game 3.
Yeah.
So it's good to see her coming back strong like she is on game 4. And that's what you do. No matter really what the game, good or bad, you come back strong the next game.
You have to.
Oh, weird pin carry there for Nick Reese.
Jeez.
He gets a Brooklyn, and he almost got a break by carrying a Brooklyn, and a 5-pin moved over several inches.
Yeah. All I got to say is, Mr. Reese, check the hashtag on your collar. It's because you're on Team Stew. This Team Stew thing needs to go. Again, I say that because I believe with Mike Sagers, and that's who the hashtag's for.
Nice. We've got some great shots here in front of us this game.
Yeah.
Great shot by Lindsay.
Lindsay's really, I can tell that she's been working on her game the last couple of years, and it's really all kind of coming together for her, which is really cool to see. And I think the next couple of years are going to be really great for Lindsay.
Good.
Miss Brylan. This was
14.
the lane she just struck on. And
Carry that.
she does it again.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Bummer 10 pin for Sophia.
No. I think she can pick this up, though.
Easily.
And on lane 12, does he carry that 7? Oh, almost.
You get some animation with Trevor.
You sure do.
Yeah, he's fun. Danielle was in the booth with me one time, and Trevor had some moves he had like a double or a turkey, and she's like, I need to remember this for tour. Like, he was doing some cool stuff. Miss spare for Miss Sophia. Rare. She's usually a really good spare shooter. So
he picked that up. He didn't think he was going to.
Oh, got it.
All right, Brianna, lane 13. Can she get a 3-bagger off that double? We hope so.
If she does, there'll be a dude appearance.
That's left. She needs a break. Oh, yeah.
Does she get it? She does. And that means that we get a strike alert brought to you by Blake and Adam. Your sister Danica's bowling off to the left. She was.
That's a great shot. Oh, man, she was carried that.
She, Danica was a late addition. We had a late withdrawal, and Danica stepped in to make sure the field remained full. And both Danica and Brianna, as we mentioned, they're moving to the Tennessee area. But Danica has 2 horses.
Nice.
So she is very avid into taking care of her horses and horseback riding, and I love it.
And I think they both, what they do also? They
race, right?
Drag cars.
It's awesome.
Which is crazy.
It's fast. It's cool. It's awesome.
That looked like a great shot
that
there
was,
on the 13,
and it
was.
I'm just telling you, do you see her hand position? And
that was nice.
Yeah, the power that she's starting to get.
Yeah.
It's really, Lindsay, way to work on your game.
Yeah.
We see it.
And she knew it right off the hand.
Yeah. Sophia needs to change some energy right now. I'm sending her good vibes. Come on, Sophia. You got this. I love having Sophia at the tournament. Although I think Gary is her lucky charm, so I'm trying to take his place and be your lucky charm.
Well, we can always blame Gary for stuff.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun blaming Gary for stuff.
Exactly, right? Let's see if Brylan can double. It looks
pretty good. 4-pin.
Looked like it might have been slightly left off her hand, slightly, but she's just playing that tight lane.
Yeah.
Or tight line, I mean, not lane.
See if Brianna can make a little bit better shot here on the right lane and keep that strike string going. Maybe a little high. Oh, high flush.
Let's go. That's a strike alert. Good job, Brianna.
Excellent.
Way to bring the dudes out. Oh, Brylan must be a softball player. I see a softball spare ball going down the lane. All these multi-sport athletes.
Pretty good looking shot on lane 14. Oh, yeah.
Wow. That was an exciting end. That's a strike alert. Strike alert.
Swish that 5-pin into the 7.
That's a turkey, too.
That is.
Let's see if Catherine can get on the strike train. Oh, maybe.
Pretty good shot.
It was a good shot.
Another good bowler right on lane 15, Mandy Farrell out of Utah.
What is on his jersey? Do you know what the shapes are? Is it just a design? I'm going to have to ask him.
I think it's just a design. I'd have to see a little bit closer to see the more detail.
Yeah. Manny, I want to know what your jersey has on it. Oh, tough break for Lindsay. Nice spare by Catherine. It's got a clean game going.
Bucket on lane 15 for Manny. That's one of the more difficult spares. Hopefully he can cover this. He's got a clean game going so far. Good strategy, pretty straight at it. Makes the spare.
So, Jazz, have you noticed anything about youth players at the SYC, or have you thought of any other ideas for a future seminar from the tournament, or is it kind of just what what you're used to seeing with the kids?
Yeah, kind of what I'm used to seeing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of the kids, what I like already, what I've heard is some of the kids say, the first block was kind of rough, but, I can't wait to practice this when I go home to get better on it, and that's the right attitude. I've already heard kids saying, I missed too many spares. I know I'm going to have a lot more spare practice when I go home.
Oh, great. Yeah, that's great to hear.
So as we talked about, it's okay to make mistakes. You want to learn from them and make a plan to work on them so you don't make as many in the future. A big part of getting better is making your bad less bad.
I love that.
See Brianna here, a better shot there on that left lane.
That was a good shot.
Excellent.
And we're still striking. That is awesome. We got 5 in a row. Strike alert.
That's how you come back from a rough game.
Absolutely.
Double spare 5-bagger.
Keep it going. Yeah, I was talking to a family. It was their first SYC, and I asked, how's it going? And they're like, well, you know, it's not going so great, but we're learning. And they said that these patterns are challenging, but that's what the bowlers need to see. And I go, yeah, absolutely. And she goes, it's not too challenging because sometimes some tournaments may be too challenging.
Right.
But this one is just a perfect amount of challenge.
I think so too.
Where you can score, but you also can learn.
Definitely much harder than a house shot.
Absolutely.
You know, so for anybody out there that wants to start bowling more competitively in these type of tournaments, as much as you can, whenever you can, bowl more on tougher shots. Even if you just go to different centers, it's a little bit different than your own. The more different kind of conditions you see, the more versatile you can be.
100%. That's a good shot by Lindsay. Good recovery from the split.
Yep. Good shot there on the right lane. Oh, just a little high. That didn't look that bad. Our buddy little Trevor over here is shooting a pretty decent thing in there.
He's getting some strike power. Or shark power. Shark power, not strike power.
Now, he hasn't had a strike this game.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, if he strikes on this field ball, he'll shoot 181
pretty
without
impressive.
A strike before that. So the positive there is he's had one split, which created an open. He has picked up all of his spares other than that. Actually, he does have one strike there in the 6th frame.
Gotcha.
But that shows you spare shooting. And he carries the field ball.
And
always that
way,
clap. Right? 181 and without a double is a pretty good game.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Imagine had he missed 2 or 3 of those spares, that could have been 150.
Easily.
So when you can bail out 180 without a double, that's pretty good.
Really, really awesome. Brylan, I think I only caught the end of her shot on lane 13, but I'm wondering if she needs to move on 13 only. I think 14's playing differently for her.
Could be.
And it's hooking more.
See Brianna, pretty good off her hand there. Oh, 2-8. Maybe that lane, right lane's a little bit tighter than the left lane.
Yeah, I think it might be.
She left that same thing in the 3rd frame on that same lane.
Yeah.
So hopefully she can pick it up like she did in the 3rd frame.
Let's do it. Brianna is a past SYC champion. She won in Las Vegas.
Nice.
I love this story of the year that she won because she begged her parents to bowl the SYC in Las Vegas, and her parents told her, okay, well, you're going to have to practice every day if you want to bowl. And she did.
Nice spare.
She practiced every day. She got it for Christmas. As soon as she found out she was going, she started practicing every day, and then she won in February.
That's awesome.
I loved that. I loved that story.
You mean practice helps?
What? You mean it's not magic? I know, it's awesome. Got Mr. Keegan Alexander jumped in. Hello, Keegan. What are you doing this weekend? I don't know if he's at a PBA junior. He might be at a PBA junior this weekend.
Wherever he is, he's probably striking a lot.
Right? I think so.
That would be my guess.
All right, let's see if Sophia can strike out. We're entering the 10th frame. She has a
nice finish here.
Potential 183. That's a little right, but she... Dang, I thought she was going to get away with it.
Yep.
Yeah, and we mentioned earlier, Sophia, she's had such a rough year. So she's coming off of an injury. Watching her game, it looks like maybe she might still be a little sore. Like she's not getting as much leverage and knee bend as she normally gets. So I think she's still getting back into
Yep.
competition mode. You know, when you're coming back from an injury, it's not
It'd
easy.
be tough, yep. So Keegan says he just got done bowling PBA Junior, struck a good amount, not many spare, plus 121, sitting in fourth.
Nice.
Hey, that's all right.
Good job, Keegan. Did he say not enough? Plus 121, and it's not what? Oh, good amount, not many spares. Oh, okay. All right, I got you. Got a spare, Keegan.
We were just talking about how important spares were. He must not have listened.
Coach Dell and Coach Carolyn would not be happy with you right now.
Come on, Lindsay.
I
Trip
think that
that
lane
too.
is tight. That lane is a lot tighter.
That's all right. We'll take a 2-pin on that shot.
Yes.
Pick the spare up and shoot 190 and get out of here. Come
Right.
on, Brianna. Let's see a good shot, the first shot in the 10th. Kind of came up out of it. 3-6-10. All right, makeable spare. Still having a great game. She has 223 in the 8th.
That's awesome.
Hope she had big spare, get good count. Shoot 240 on this.
She is the highest game within viewing.
Yeah, definitely.
We have our next group of athletes that'll come in. We'll be entering game 5.
So Brianna can pick this spare up. Needs a little break here.
Does she?
Yeah.
Oh man. She wanted to clap that out. You could have done it. You can do it, Bree. It's okay. Looks like we might be doing a ball change for Brianna. Try something a little
Sometimes that's
different.
not a bad idea in the 10th frame for a field ball.
Yeah.
See
Lanes
what's out
might
there.
be transitioning a little bit.
Yeah. And like I said, I think that ball went high more because of a errant shot more than a ball reaction.
Sure.
But never hurts to get another look and see what's out there.
She's going to try her Nova like her friend Sophia. Not a bad choice.
Yep.
I think Brylan is done with this game and would like to move on to the next one.
Yep. Not fun having a down game.
No. That looks like another tug.
Yeah. Nice game, 242.
Great game. Great
Excellent
game.
job.
Oh, for all you Morning Bolt fans, you get to see Storm's Bowling Science Kid on lane 12.
I love it.
Brady. See those gloves he's wearing? He did a science experiment on that, and he wears them to try to
have a little bit better hold.
Yep. Yeah, more, because, two-handed bowlers, your hand slips a little bit.
Yep.
So started wearing those, and he did an experiment, and it scientifically has helped his game.
I love the jersey on lane 12.
Yes.
It was maybe my favorite jersey of the day here.
Red Flintstone coming at you. All right. Catherine finishes with a 187, open in the 10th, but still a great game.
That's a pretty good game.
Yeah.
187. Clean game up until the 10th. Wow.
Yeah.
Clean
it's a lot
game.
of spares.
I don't care what the pattern is this weekend. They're all challenging, so a clean game is good on any pattern.
Absolutely.
Then we get to look on lane 12 of the gold medalist this morning on the short.
Dahoon. He is an impressive young man.
He is. Started this game with a 9 spare. Let's see what he has in the second frame. Messenger misses the 10, but nice shot.
Dahoon is on our Storm All-American team this year.
Sweet.
He won the event in Ohio in June in the U12 division before he moved up, and got a gold medal this morning. So I don't think the moving up really affected him much. All right, and Kaylee will finish with a 192 game. So it looks like we'll have a really short break. I'm going to leave the screen up, but just remove us for a minute while we do some switching of commentary. Jazz, again, thank you. We'll have you back on tomorrow for some more commentary, and we will be right back.
Okay. Time flies.
Surprise.
Because you said I'd be back tomorrow, and it's already tomorrow, evidently.
We're back, and we're back.
We got a good group of guys to watch here, too, to finish up the day. And
I couldn't leave when Alex is here.
Yeah, we got our friend Alex Crowley right in front of us.
Yes, for sure.
We're looking for a good finish for him. I know he's struggled a little bit this block, but let's see what he's got here. And obviously we have the power pair on the left, too, with Braden and
DeHoon.
Exactly.
Yep, and Henry Hind.
Henry Hind throws it great.
Yeah, he's been working with Chris Burnett, and his game's improved a lot. On our main live stream pair, 13 and 14, we will get to see Braden Brogan. It looks like Samuel Curtis, Alex Hartley, Jacob Fox, Devin Fincham, and Alex Crowley.
Okay.
Man.
Well, that looks like a good shot.
Braden came all the way from New York.
Excellent. Do you know where New York he's from?
I can see if he filled out his bio.
Because I'm a New Yorker.
Oh, you are? I know you are.
Curious.
Yeah. Oh, look, we have one. Stony Brook.
Okay.
You know who else lives in Stony Brook? Doesn't
No, Danielle lives in Stony Point.
Oh, jeez. There's a Stony Brook and a Stony Point?
Yeah, that's a little bit confusing.
Jeez. Come on, New York.
Let's just say New York.
Yeah. I like his
nice
jersey, though.
Yeah.
I need one of those jerseys, even though I don't live in New York.
And we have Alex Crowley up on lane 14. Let's see if we can start off this game well. I would say that's a good start.
Yeah, really good.
Slap that 10 out.
Nice strike by Jacob.
We'll
put up a little strike
alert.
This game. Strike alert by Blake and Adam. Because, you know, DeHoon's over here, and he could strike at any moment.
Lane 12. He's working on one now. Let's see if he can double up. I think he likes it. So do we.
Okay, so DeHoon, his game is unbelievable, right? I mean, I feel like I'm watching a U18 boy, and he's just U15.
Right. Just have a nice strike on lane 13 by Devin also. Good shot.
All right, Mr. Samuel, let's see what you got. He's on a spare. Nice release.
It'll be close.
Nice
Excellent.
shot.
I think we're going to see some good scores this game.
No kidding. Man, all right, they're ready. Game 5, let's go.
Our New Yorker, Braden, on lane 14.
Braden has grown about 3 feet since he started bowling the SYCs.
That is kind of funny as you see the kids grow, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Gets out
right.
of trouble.
Too.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny because I work with kids year after year sometimes, but I only see them once a year.
Yeah.
And I keep the old videos.
Oh yeah.
So it's so fun to see the same background year after year. And you just see them grow and grow and grow.
It's so fun.
Alex
That would be
Crowley,
a
lane
cool-
2 or lane 13, going for a double, maybe a little inside, and he gets it.
Yeah, he'll take
Excellent.
that. That's a strike alert. Strike alert by Blake and Adam. Way to go, Alex.
Gotta appreciate those breaks. So you see that nice smile on his face.
You should do a graduation gift for the kids that you do have that for. You could like make them grow up.
Well, it's kind of funny because most of the kids, I do it for my own entertainment sometimes because it's so cool to see them. Like, oh, geez, stop showing me that. I'm not that little anymore. I don't want to see
it's
that.
awesome. Well, I remember when Henry was a little U12 bowler. You know, when Henry first showed up at the first SYC we did in Smyrna, Tennessee, he was the inquisitive kid who was sitting at the front of the seminar and asking unbelievably advanced questions. He was
Wow,
asking
nice.
about ball rotation, axis tilt,
Yeah.
everything. And we're like, how old are you? And he's like, I'm 11. I'm 10. I'm like, what? I mean, like at one point we actually had to stop the seminar and go, Henry, how old are you? So it was.
And he's from Oregon, if I believe.
Yeah,
right?
he moved from Tennessee. His family moved out to. No, I think are they Washington or Oregon?
I think it's Oregon.
Okay, yeah. I'm still waiting on. I'm still waiting on the Around the World with Henry podcast that I've suggested that he do because he's really good on geography. That's his shirt.
Yeah, that shirt's cool.
Yeah. I'm still waiting, Henry. You can do it.
All right, Braden, lane 13. Let's make a good shot here.
For those who were watching the live stream earlier, Jazz, I think you were in the booth. Miss Stacy is on 15. She was the young lady who had the little incident that
I'm so
happened.
glad she's back bowling.
She is back bowling, and I heard her mom told me she had her high game ever this round.
Excellent.
So she came back. She did lose a couple teeth. So,
wow,
but
that was
she's
so
back.
scary when that happened.
I've never seen anything like it. So
I've seen some kind of scary accidents on the bowling lane, and that was one of the more scary ones. And I'm so glad she's back and throwing it good. And
she's gonna get that's fair.
I
I
just
jinxed
got
her.
ripped off. But,
Yeah.
man, she is back out here after getting hurt. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good to see her.
She got a little lunch and she rested and she's back.
And she has a good story to tell as she gets older. So yeah, when I was how old is she? She's got to be pretty young, right?
I'm not sure how old she's very young. She's definitely in the U12 division. And let me see if she filled out a bio. I don't actually. I know she's from this area. She actually bowls at Westy's a lot.
Okay.
So and she has 2 older brothers that are in the tournament.
Excellent.
So
she has a good story. She can say, yeah, when I was little, I knocked a couple teeth out. I'm like, how'd you do that? Oh,
Yeah.
I was bowling.
yeah, and for anyone watching, they did call the dentist. The dentist knows. He got a
Okay.
picture and he said, we'll take care of it on Monday.
Excellent.
No reason
Excellent.
to come in today. So
Good.
yeah. So she's a champ.
Yes, she is.
Yeah. Anyway, wanted to give that update because
Good.
I know.
I'm sure people were wondering.
Yeah,
And I was wondering. So
yeah,
thank you.
Yeah.
All right, Alex Crowley up on the right lane, lane 14. Starts with a double. Can he make it a 3-bagger? That looks pretty good. Oh, yeah.
Pretty great shot.
Excellent shot.
You know, I believe that Alex and I are still in a moose race, unless he beat me.
Yeah.
I don't think either of us have seen a moose.
I think I'm going to beat you guys on that quite often.
Yeah, well, you say there's animals at your house all the time, and I don't believe you. I think you're
have
Googling
not,
images.
I'll tell you, I've been home for about the last 3 to 4 weeks, and I have not seen a moose yet at home. I think it's been so hot they go higher up the mountain where it's a little bit cooler.
Yeah, no kidding, it's been hot. I've been wanting to go up a mountain.
Yeah. Well, come on over. We can go on another hike.
I want to. I just am never home on a weekend.
Uh,
We need a week. Can we do a weeknight hike?
we can. It cools off nights over there in the
Oh,
evenings.
okay. All right. Maybe I'll come over one night.
And what's funny, you guys came over, what, 2-3 weeks ago? Probably 3 weeks ago. Like, okay, we'll be here next week. And then I haven't heard from you since.
Well, I haven't been home. So in my defense, last weekend I was in Delaware, and I'm here.
Yeah.
I won't be home next weekend. I'm at the military. So I'll see you in September.
All right. Lane 13. Let's go.
Alex, let's see it.
Pretty good. Yeah, it gets
That's
a little kick on
another
the 10.
strike
Love
alert brought to you by Blake and Adam.
it. Yeah. Blake would be barking that one out.
Oh, Blake would be running and jumping and.
In fact, that little kick on the 10 at Hillary at home might be barking that one out.
Yeah, where is Hillary? Hillary, are you watching? Give us a comment.
She's been in before.
Come on, Hillary. But when Alex is here.
Great shot there by Braden. Ripped the rack.
Got some clapping. I think there was a big spare pickup by
Big
Mr.
split,
Noah
yeah.
Sicard.
Yep.
Good to see Noah back. He took a couple years off of bowling, which you see with some youth bowlers. They kind of go and find different things that they're interested in, and they don't want to.
Happens.
Yeah, they don't want to commit the time that
Good.
it takes. So then they come back to us.
Shot by Jacob, held pocket, 10 back.
Love that jersey Jacob's wearing.
So many good jerseys.
Yeah.
Fun to watch. They can bring their creativity to their bowling.
Yeah, show off their style a little bit.
Personality.
What would your bowling jersey look like, Chaz?
Oh man, that's a tough question. That would mean I would have to start bowling again, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, these jerseys are so colorful and compared to what people wore when I used to bowl quite a bit.
Now, Jazz, were the balls rocks back then? Did you put stones like Fred Flintstone?
We carved them out of wood.
Just kidding. Totally kidding. I liked what you said in the seminar yesterday, too, and I hadn't thought about it, but I was the same as Brad and Kyle, who were your examples. And probably, I mean, these kids are different, right? But there's a whole generation of bowlers that we never threw urethane because it was all reactive.
Yeah.
And now urethane's coming back around, and you said Brad and Kyle kind of had to learn to throw urethane.
Yeah.
I'm in that same boat.
It's such a different ball motion. Your eye has to get used to it.
Yeah.
See the lane a little bit differently.
So smooth. Yeah, the first time I threw urethane, I moved left, and I was bowling league, and Mike Sagers is like, no, Blair, right. You move right with urethane.
Usually with urethane, you're looking more to play the hold. You're not looking to open the lane up.
Right.
So it is a different way to see the lane. Let's see if this ball comes back here. Almost.
Yeah. Got a little out to the left. Let's see if Samuel can get his spare.
Needs a hook, and it does. All right. So Blair, usually the SYCs, what tends to be the highest scoring pattern? I know it varies from center to center probably.
Usually either medium or long.
Okay.
I would say in Ohio, we had a strike fest. There were about
I saw that.
like 9 300s, I think,
crazy.
8 or 9 300 games. But that bowling center, a lot of the bowlers were like, oh, it played so easy. But I used to live in Ohio and I bowled at that center. And the track there is so just worn
Dominant,
in. Dominant. Yeah, that no matter what pattern you put out, there's that memory of the track. So I think the medium and the long pattern
played well. Yeah.
Really played well in that house. So usually it is, most of the time, our theory is that short is a little bit of a challenge for most players. So we do that first, get it out of the way.
Yeah.
Medium usually is a little easier, so you have a nice afternoon. And then long is typically where most of the bowlers score the highest, and that's what you go home on.
Yeah,
so
good.
Go home happy. That's
Pretty
our
good frame there by Alex Crowley. A little high in the pocket of the 4-pin, but picked it up. So he's continuing the nice game.
Yeah. Henry Hine just smashed an 8-pin.
That was brutal, wasn't it? And it was on
God.
a strike, too, I believe, right?
Oh,
a double. That's even more brutal.
He's smiling and shaking his head. He's just off screen, but, man, that was unreal.
Well, you got to be happy you made a great shot, right?
Really? Is that your coaching advice? Because I would be furious right now. There would be steam coming out of my ears.
And you might have missed that because you might have been aggravated. He picked it up because he had a good attitude.
This is more coaching advice. Coaching advice brought to you by Coach Mike Jazz now. You know, I don't know if we talked about it, though. You are a coach, right? So people can reach out to you. Do you want to share how they can contact you? Are you taking lessons right now? I know you have such a busy schedule.
Yeah, good shot by Alex. I saw Nate Pin there for a second. He carried it.
Hold on. Strike alert. Good job, Alex.
Yeah, so I can be contacted through Facebook. Coach Mike Jazz on my Facebook page. Email address is bowlbetter@hotmail.com.
Good email address.
Okay. I will be traveling around. I do lessons in Utah, northern Utah when I'm home at Ben Lomond Lanes.
Yes.
Ogden, Utah. I am away from home more than I'm home.
Hold on. I have to interrupt you
Braden.
because that was a ridiculous messenger.
It was.
Braden, you get a strike alert brought to you by Blake and Matt. Yeah, that was awesome.
And I have a couple trips coming up. I'm home for a week and a half once I get home in a couple days, and I'm doing one of my favorite trips of the year. This will be 9 years going up to Alaska.
Yeah, it's our favorite trip because we love looking at the pictures too because it's beautiful.
So I will be up in Anchorage for 9 days of lessons there, a couple of days of lessons in Wasilla, Alaska, which is just north of Anchorage, and looking forward to that trip. I always like that one.
Yeah, you have to give my friend Maya a fist bump.
Yes, I will be seeing her. She's already signed up for her session. Great pick up there, the super washout.
Yeah, great conversion, Jacob.
Nice. Grady, the science guy. Nice shot there in the 9th frame. He's having a clean game.
I think we're going to discuss the odds of incidents in the live stream booth and Blair being around because I think it's 100%. So
let's see if Braden can keep this strike train going. On lane 13.
Let's go, Braden. That looked left.
In. Oh, there's a little hold there.
Let's go.
Nice.
That's another Blake and Adam strike alert.
Love it. 5-banger.
And
massive messenger from Devin. Come on.
What on earth? It hit the pin. Is that pin nailed down? Jacob gets a fistful of it.
Yeah. All right, 9th frame up on lane 12 for Henry. Could use a little setup strike here for the 10th. Hopefully there's no solid 8 on this one.
Yeah.
I guess he's got to settle for a solid 4.
Henry's really freed up his arm swing. Yeah. Since the last time I've seen him, it's really nice and loose, and he's not very happy about this game, I don't think, because he's really gotten robbed of a couple of these.
Yeah.
That turkey would have been huge after an open.
Exactly.
So, oh well. What are you going to do?
Well, you're going to pick up the spare and hopefully punch out the 10th for 2-0.
Well, there you go. Coach Jazz has the answer. I love it.
Messenger 10. Oh, these messengers are not connecting.
They're not delivering the message. Come on. Nice spare right there. Henry's like, I'm working way too hard. Man, these pins.
And keep in mind for anybody watching, this is game 10 of the day for these kids.
Yes.
On challenging patterns.
Yes. It's both a physical and a mental grind.
Absolutely. And then they come back in the morning for 5 more on the long.
Yeah, we start an hour later on Sundays just because we feel like, yeah, we do.
Oh,
yeah.
Sweet.
10 a.m. Everyone needs a little more rest on Sunday mornings, we feel like. Yeah.
All right.
Getting up this morning was brutal. I don't know about you, but.
Alex Crowley on lane 14. Good game going 4-bagger, 9 spare, a strike. Let's see if we can double up off that strike. A little bit to the right there. Comes back. All right.
Another messenger just kind of rolling
We'll take
around.
that. There's a little bit missed right. We'll take 9 on that.
All right. There you go, Alex. When you walk this back, Coach Jazz says you kind of deserved that one.
Well, I don't know, deserved, but it could have been worse.
Oh, absolutely.
So whenever you miss a little bit and you get a decent result, you should not be too upset.
Nope.
Pick it up, move on. Which is just what he's doing.
That's awesome. He's a great little spare shooter.
Little high five there for Alex.
Nice. All right, let's see what Alex Hartley can do. It's not on open, but it's never too late.
Nope.
Nice spare by Samuel.
This is going to be close, I think.
Ooh, we get away. That's a strike alert for Mr. Alex Hartley. Way to go. He's smiling.
And that's the right thing. Like, okay, he might have missed in a little bit. Maybe it's not his favorite shot, but if you get a good break, you should always have a smile on your face.
Absolutely. Why not?
All right.
Braden is on a string.
Second shot in the 10th. Rips the rack. Nice. That's for 220.
Go Brady.
Very good. Let's see Alex on lane 13. That's a good shot. 4-pin. Still a good shot.
I like Alex. He comes off and he doesn't look at all frustrated every time he walks up. Oh, okay. have we been working on that today?
We have been. I had a little chat with him after the first round, actually.
Okay.
And I said I want to see a little bit more positivity no matter what's happening.
Oh, well, it worked. Your chat worked because, wow, that ball.
6 count for Braden, but still nice game. 224 to finish up the block.
Good job, Brady, the Bull and Science kid.
All right, good cover, Alex. Alex threw 8 frames, every shot in the pocket.
That's awesome.
That's a great game on this.
See what positivity can do for your game, kids.
Yeah.
Braden Brogan ends his string of strikes with a split, but let's spare this.
Nope.
Close.
All right.
All right,
well,
but
still a great game going.
Yeah, 183 in the 8th.
Yeah, he can punch out for 240. That's where you look at that.
Why not? Let's do it.
Man, good comeback by Alex there. Alex Hartley, is that his name?
Alex Hartley, yep.
Double rough frames, doubles up in a 9th.
Trip it. Come on. I'm rooting for you, Jacob.
Let's see Braden coming back off an open.
Henry Hines strikes out for a 206 game. Big smile. He worked hard for that.
Yeah, he did. All right. Comes
what
back
a shot.
with a strike.
Man, good shot, Braden. Oh, wait. I forgot my strike alert. Good job, Braden.
You know, let's say Braden strikes out for 240. That's a great game. So that's what you remembered. Yeah, you had an open in there, but you still shot 240.
Absolutely.
I think I would take my chances shooting 240 every game with an open.
Me too.
And see where I end up.
Yeah. Yeah, if you ask one of these youth bowlers before they start the tournament, if you could have 240 with an open, would you be upset at that game?
Yeah.
I
good
don't
shot by
think
Devin.
Anyone would say they would.
And there's a good shot there in the left lane. Jacob. Figured this pair would be pretty high scoring.
And it's proven to be, it is. Yeah. Dahuna spares first frame.
You can strike in the fill ball for 212. Not a bad game.
We'll see him deliver this last shot. And
6 count. 208.
Still a great game.
That is a great game.
I don't think that count will hurt him, but I haven't looked at the scores this round, so hopefully it won't hurt him.
Nope. Nice spare on that by Devin.
All right, so Devin started our 10th frame on our live stream pair, 13 and 14.
We have Alex Crowley on lane 14 going up in the 9th frame. Hopefully he can set one up for the 10th. So Alex, we've talked about he's from Montana now. Blair, have you ever been to Montana?
I haven't. I actually want to go visit them. I want to go to
You
the.
should.
I'm telling the Crawleys I'm coming
Nice
to visit.
shot, Alex.
We'll go moose hunting.
Awesome.
Have
That's a great
you've been to
area up there.
Montana, right?
Yeah, I go there every October.
Yeah.
So I'll see Alex later in October this year. Last year when I was up there, I actually took a day off, which is nice once in a while, and I got to go to Glacier National Park. It was great.
Oh, yeah. I've heard it's beautiful there.
That's where we see Hillary's great pictures, that lake they go to all the time.
So pretty.
So pretty.
Alex Crawley actually has a fan Facebook page where they go and take pictures of Alex throwing bowling balls in all kinds of different places. I love it.
Nice shot by Alex Hartley on lane 14 for a 3-bagger. Kind of bailing this game out.
Strike alert time. Blake and Adam bring you the strike alert. You see Alex Crawley solving a Rubik's Cube at the bottom of your screen there. Almost got that spare the hard way for Samuel, but.
Nice. Great way to finish out that game. He's got one more fill ball, but look at that. Throwing the last 4 or 5 to shoot 190. That's a great bailout.
Yeah, way great. Alex Hartley's jersey, this is going to age me a little bit. A little bit, not much. But it reminds me, I don't know why, but it reminds me of Beetlejuice.
Ah, the
you
purple
know his,
stripes.
Yeah, right? Like it just reminds me.
Just don't say it 3 times.
I know. It's almost Halloween.
Okay, Alex Crowley. Shoot a good game here. I
Hi,
hope
Mom.
Hillary saw that.
Hi, Mom.
Carry that. Yeah, that should be your mom.
Oh, got it for the mom. I'll put a strike alert up there, too. Hillary saw the whole thing.
Excellent. Love it. And Alex, he's shooting. He's in the 230s now. One more strike will be finished with a 240.
Unbelievable. I'm loving it.
Always makes for a more pleasant dinner.
Yeah, I'd say. What if you get some ice cream? Milkshake, maybe. Uh-oh.
That's a little right, but it's slower.
Oh,
yeah.
He liked that one. He loved it.
Great. What a good game by Alex. Every shot in the pocket. I don't know if I've seen that on this pair today, where every shot was in the pocket all game.
I don't think so. I definitely, I haven't seen that either.
Let's see if we can strike on the fill ball for 248.
And one more.
Now gets 9 though, 247. Great finish there.
Great finish for Mr. Alex. Awesome.
All right.
Ooh, Braden.
Kind of fill ball. I think that had a little frustration in that fill ball, but 222. Great game for Braden.
Really great game. He had that rough split, but otherwise was completely clean.
Yep.
Braden, you should be pleased with that game.
Yep. Absolutely. We got Jacob up on the right lane. He's working on striking the 9th.
Man, I loved that shot. That was a good shot off his hand.
And he's going to shoot 200 this game, too. We've had some great games right here in front of us.
This is the highest all day. This is the highest this pair has been. When I'm sitting in the booth,
Yeah.
I don't know what happened when I left. But, well, one game, I know what happened when I left. Cannot be trusted in here.
You can get one more here. Uh-oh.
Hang on.
He needs help on that one. That looks like a little footing issue.
That pair has had that.
Yeah.
They just actually came and cleaned lane 14 the game before, so. All right, let's spare it up, Jacob.
Gets at least 4 on the spare shot. He will shoot over 200. That's a better shot. And a good spare. 202 to finish out.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, well, that will wrap up round 2 of our SYC I keep saying Iowa, but it's Idaho. I don't know why I keep calling
Just because it
Idaho.
starts with an I doesn't mean it's Iowa.
I'm telling you, I'm having trouble with
Nothing
Idaho.
against Iowa.
No, nothing against Iowa. Nothing against Idaho. It's me. It's not anything here. So anyway, we will be back. So tomorrow morning, we'll be awarding all of the medalists for the medium pattern.
Okay.
And then we'll be back and we'll be
on the long pattern.
On the long pattern.
And we start at 10 a.m. Mountain Time, correct? Which
10 a.m. Mountain Time.
Eastern.
Yes.
No, it is
the
12
other way.
p.m.
12
Eastern.
p.m. Eastern.
I went the wrong way.
It's all right. Coach Jazz, thanks for being here all weekend
Yes.
long. Thanks for commentating. We'll get you back in the booth tomorrow to call
Sounds
some
good.
action. It will be close to crowning some overall champions, so it'll be exciting.
That's exciting, yeah.
All right.
Have a good night, everybody.